y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We see y'all over there in the comments. But while we see you guys in the comments, can you please be sure to like the video, okay? Like the video while you have time, okay? We definitely appreciate you guys. All right, it's been a crazy, crazy week. Okay, go ahead and get those likes up. We see we have 100+ people in the chat, so y'all go ahead and like it. And I'm about to go ahead and bring my girls on. Okay. Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? How y'all doing on this good Thursday, honey? How is everybody doing? Anything crazy happened this week? Hopefully good things happened this week.
It's been a good week. You know, we think so.
Reality this week.
Yeah, say that again, Nisi.
I said we saved all the crazy for reality this week.
Yes. Yeah. That's 100%. Absolutely. What you drinking on, Nisi? What you went and grabbed?
My Black Girl Magic rosé.
Okay. I'm gonna try that one day, y'all. One day I'm gonna come on here and it's not gonna be a cold bottle of water. It's going to be a beautiful glass with wine. Thanks for joining me, Jay Lee. I like the cup that you have. That's very cute.
I want to make it seem like I'm drinking, but I'm not drinking, but it look like I'm drinking. You know what I'm saying? It look foolish.
Come on, every time I see that cup, yes, I was just going to say that. Every time I see that cup, that's what I think about. I've never tried it before, though, but
I don't like my style mule. I like the cups, though. The cups are pretty.
No, I love me a good Moscow mule. But see, you got to get somebody to make it good, too.
What's in it?
It's like cucumber, fresh kind of, you know what I'm saying, white liquor, mint tea, like it's like a refreshing type of situation.
I don't like the mint of it. The mint, I think, is what didn't do it for me.
Okay.
I was like, I don't like that part, but I had one before.
It sounds like a healthy liqueur.
It feels that way when you drink it.
I like that.
It's along the lines. I've had any of them, so it's one of my drinks.
It's one of your drinks. I'm gonna have to try that. I am. I'm gonna have to get out there and try that.
Yeah, we love a good ginger beer mix.
Somebody said a little tequila and lime juice. Is that what's in it, or they must be talking about something else?
That may be a mojito.
That might be what they drinking.
y'all could tell I'm not a drinker for real. I don't even know what this. I just know
sound like a margarita though. I'm mad you said that because we had that little taste in my mouth for the lime with the salt with a real good margarita, bitch. And they make you do like, damn.
Embarrassing. Well, I hope you guys do that when we get into this marry and kill. Okay, I hope it's a few people on here that would make you guys go
ooh, let's see,
y'all know who that made me think of? Orlando when he said bout baby bout
oh, about Raven Simone. I was like, Lord, fix that man. I'm glad that man is fixed now because he was crazy.
That's who that makes me think of, y'all. But we about to go ahead and get into y'all favorite game.
We love that noise.
They do it too with us at home. I hope they're at home talking about.
You gotta do the hands with. You know
I know they be walking around the office like pew 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 to their coworkers and stuff. Let's go ahead and get into the first set that I got for y'all today. Okay. I did this with Bondi in mind just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. This is so easy.
I was about to say this is I can already kind of get it.
Easiest shit ever. I'm going to marry Tiana Taylor. I'm gonna fuck SZA and I'm gonna kill Summer Walker.
Yep.
Dead. Knife.
Now why Summer gotta go already without even 5 seconds?
Her fake ass cheeks, her new face, and her ignorance level. She's ignorant. Like they told her that London on the Track was not a good baby daddy, and she was like, "Fuck y'all." And now she like, he not a good baby daddy, and I'm like,
and then try to stop one of future baby mamas from getting her. Well,
right.
But she was talking trash about her trying to get her child support.
See, that's
Oh,
clownery.
See, I
And
don't
then
have
she-
time.
I would marry SZA because something about her looked like it'd be real good for a long time. She looked like long loving, long time forever, and then let's go shopping. So I would marry SZA. I would fuck Tiana Taylor, because she got them kids who it was real extra, and Julie got a smart mouth, but not being a pop, not getting in trouble. So I don't want smart mouth kids. And then I would kill Summer Walker because she looked like she may be dirty. But it could be her tattoos look like prison tattoos to me. Yeah, it's too much of the tattooage that makes I don't know. And like,
I agree.
She may be in a different world and not among the living on this world. She the other world with other people.
Oh my God, Lord. Who you got?
And hold on. I also want to say, in what world would your child not have a small mouth?
I mean, but I can pop my own child. I can't pop other people's kids.
Okay.
That's
I just didn't know what child you think you would have that you would raise, and that they wouldn't,
Oh, they gonna shut up. Shut up now.
No,
yeah,
but
they still gonna be smart.
I was watching your channel today, Jay Lee, and you be killing me because you always be like, just relax, and then we're all in the video, you be talking shit.
I gotta calm them down first.
I relax, release. And these kids. Stab.
Right. I have to agree with Bondi all the way, literally. And the one thing I wanted to say was, Jay Lee, you probably think of Summer Walker as a little bit dirty because she the same one that came out and said that she takes bird baths in a bowl.
She dirty for real.
Yeah, but everybody was assuming that she literally did that every single day because she said she don't like taking showers. But then she went back and explained that she don't do bird baths every day. It's just sometimes. So that's probably why people like you.
Okay. I was like, I don't want the dirtiness.
I take everything when it comes to cleaning my body. I take baths. I will take whatever is necessary. Okay, but we're not limiting the washing like that. That just sounds crazy to me. Like, oh, bitch, no, I don't do that type of washing. What? Exactly. You do whatever washing that is available to you.
I hate it for her cootie twat if she's not cleaning it.
Sometimes you need to soak. Okay? Sometimes you need to soak, and then sometimes you need to shower after the soak. Okay?
Because of the water.
Thanks. I also have to agree with Bondi and Niecy too. For real. Tiana, she's already married. She got them beautiful girls. Okay. So to me, I feel like she already know how to be a wife. And then she also is a good mom. So I'll take that. And she know how to get a coin. Okay.
That's true.
Supposed to have their reality show. Her and Amanda.
They were supposed to, but they had that first season. And it was supposed to come back. And it just never, I don't know if it's because of COVID or because it just maybe didn't happen. But they were supposed to do the season.
With her, taking a step back from music, and she has her production company now. I wonder if she's gonna try to bring that back.
Herself. Well, she got her own camera.
She can take go for it. That's it.
Make her own coin.
The facts.
Was new.
But that's my pick. Tiana Mary, smash SZA. You know what I'm saying? She seemed laid back, run over through there, whatever. Going about my business. And then Summer gotta go. You gotta go, Summer. I feel like
Summer.
Yeah, I feel like she just gonna talk too much and she just may complain and find an issue with everything. And ain't nobody trying to deal with that all the time. So
that's she gotta go.
It's not no for me.
All they did was sing. If like they would have to sing for the rest of their lives and we pick which one we could live with. If it was based off that, I would be marrying Summer.
Really?
Yeah, I love her voice. Well, Tiana, I don't know. It's Summer.
See, Tiana, I was listening to her. I feel you on that though, Niecy. It would be tough because I love all of their music, but I probably would have to go with Tiana because Probably Tiana because I like her music, but she wouldn't be annoying at the same time.
Yeah.
I like Summer's music over the other three. The other two. I prefer her voice. I think Summer's voice her voice doesn't match her. And so for me, I'm looking like that's Summer Walker. So I love her voice, though. I do. But I guess.
I feel like Summer is a little bit mew mew pew pew. You know what I'm saying? But so is SZA a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I like Tiana because I think Tiana is a full out for real. And I think she sings. You know, she don't mew mew pew pew. She sings, and I like her. But like more specific, I can't live without pussy. So there's no way that I would be able to give up Tiana for any of the other, because even though they have good music, like work this pussy, work this, like it's one of my favorite songs. So I need that in my life, usually on a weekly basis. So can't give up Tiana. Also, she goes both ways. Also, her husband is fine. Reminds me of my own. So yeah, Tiana will get along just fine.
Just fine. All right. Well, let's move on to some guys, okay? And this is just really in honor of Insecure, you know, as we await their return this summer. Who y'all
I'll
got?
go first because I'm like, it's a bit of a train, you know. It's a bit of a train, you know. It might be a twofer, you know, so maybe a threesome. I would marry Alexander because a part of me have always had a fascination with Asian men. Like when I was younger on 21 Jump Street, I liked the Asian guy. So I've always had a thing for that. But I would marry Alexander. I would bang Jay Ellis because we've seen him do some good bangage. So that will be my threesome. It will be me, Jay, Alex. I would kill Dude at the Top because
Ron J?
he was fuckboy. I don't know. I like him. I like him on the new show with him and Lauren London. But on the show for Insecure, he gotta go. He had a whole wife, you know, and he was like,
he was honest.
I couldn't disagree.
I would be killing him.
I thought I would feel that way, but I'm looking and it's kind of like, I probably would have to. And I would kill Jay Ellis because something about him irks my spirit. And you know, real life stuff. So, you know, I don't know, something, you know, some people are with white women. Some people are a type of guy who like white women. You know, Alexander is just real smooth. So I probably would marry him. I would fuck old problematic ass dude up here.
Ron J.
Where's he at?
Ron J.
Ron J. Yeah, Ron J. Yeah, old problematic ass nigga. Yeah, I fuck him, and then I would kill Jay Ellis just because it's like I don't have time for Lawrence. I just don't.
Who you got?
I have to agree with Jay Lee on this one. I feel like it was. I feel like this is the first time me and Jay Lee had to like straight up.
I know.
He went all the way down. What? Y'all know Insecure without everybody was calling Alexander Asian King because Molly didn't deserve him. So that's an easy one. Yeah, that's a really easy one. But I was a little bit torn between Jack. Well, I'm thinking about characters. I was a little bit torn.
Yeah.
Thinking about characters because I was like, well, damn, Lawrence about to have children. Ron J, I don't think, well, whatever his name is on the show, he ain't got no kids on the show.
But he got a wife though. Does wife trump children?
But it's open, right? Or was he
it's an open marriage,
right? Or
that is. we not that far down yet. Cause I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna wait till we get to that section. That's fine. Cause some marriages are closed.
We're open to all.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Bondi though. Like I would marry Alexander because he gives me that husband type of energy. So I would do that. But Ron J, Saronis Jackson, character or person, I would climb that tree all the way up to the very top. As high as I could possibly go, absolutely. And then I would have to go ahead and let Jay Ellis pass. I feel like he'll just be too I don't want to say too nice.
Jay Ellis, but season 1 Jay Ellis or like season the last, because see the first Jay Ellis with the blue shirt on, we like him. But bank fucking Jay Ellis and Easter fucking over house Jay Ellis, that's who I'm fucking. Okay. And
I mean, he looked like he had it.
see that too.
I couldn't stand him. I couldn't stand him when he came on the game. That's when I was like, who are all these people?
Oh yeah, the Frank Derwin.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
He was definitely getting in with all those people. I mean, it definitely made you look at him a little differently the way he was humping and bumping on that couch.
I know,
so
right? The couch, all over the house and stuff. I was like, come on now, Jay, come on now.
But if you have to make a choice, then that's what my choice is. Like I you know, you know what he gives? He gives Jodeci, Devontae.
So Jay or top dude?
Ron J.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Maybe a train then.
Water.
I promise I'm not a slut. I promise y'all, these is just.
I feel like we all have our moments. I think everybody has their, you know, we're not walking around every day.
Yeah, we not.
But we have our whole moments throughout time, I believe.
I can agree with that.
I can agree with that. That may be story time for a different day.
Harmless hoeing, I'm sure.
Everyone needs a hoe face. You know,
let me not go there.
Go there.
You know, we need to have a real girls' night chat and just, you know.
I'm here for it.
Come on, Jaylee.
I'm sure Jaylee gonna executively produce that.
Thank you.
That will be executively.
Lyric made it.
Do you see what I'm talking about? Bonnie,
we have to come
the best of service during the video. Like
you gotta go to New Orleans and have an on-set thing, and then Lyric gonna have to be the bartender. Okay, just bringing drinks and stuff.
Come on, Ralph, and bring us some crab cakes and them drinks.
At the end, please, and thank you.
Listen, as soon as he gets to Ralph's muscle tone, he's gonna be naked all over social media. He has no idea. And the Lyric just coming, you know, shirt on whatsoever, you know, be showing and shit. He think I'm gonna be jealous. No, nigga, I am going to put this on social media.
Period. Y'all are funny. Okay, so I got another one. Okay, this is for Miss Bondi again.
Oh, me.
Do you know I was gonna ask you to put her in the last mix? I mean, in the first mix.
You know what?
Changed it.
I actually was going to put SZA in this mix, and I was like, nope, let me keep it like it is. I was gonna put SZA in this mix, but I changed it. So you think her should have been with the last of the ladies? Who should have been moved?
I think SZA. Well, no, maybe Summer. It would have been a little more difficult if you did SZA, her, Tiana. Definitely.
So we all killed Summer.
Right.
Yeah, we all definitely killed her.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first since this is for me. I am going to smash Kehlani for sure. The tattoos do something for I'm gonna marry her because I think she's beautiful, and whenever somebody like is musically inclined, I feel like I would want to be around, hear you sing and play guitar and have you. And then her vibe is just really off the chain. Like I would want to wear her clothes and shit. Jhené Aiko, sorry, honey, I'd have to kill you, and that's because you're just a little bit too small for me.
I would marry Jhené Aiko because I feel like with her comes Big Sean, and that could be the threesome, Detroit through and through. So I would marry her because again, that she
wasn't a part of it. We don't have Big Sean plus sign.
I am tickled.
I do. I have to add in who I can get with Jhené Aiko. So I feel like if I get her, I get Big Sean too, and that's threesome. And then I would bang.
It's unfair.
Kalani.
I didn't know that was an option, but I need a napkin.
I would bang Kalani. I would kill her only because I don't know her. I feel like she's so mysterious. I can't listen. What's going on? It's Echo somewhere, I'm not sure. Okay, Echo.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I would say, I would marry Jhené Aiko and then threesome with Big Sean. I would bang Kalani, and I would have to kill off her.
for me,
can't kill her.
Hey, this is so hard. I wanted you to put her in the first group because I wanted to pick her for marriage. But now that I'm here looking at it, I really feel like I want to marry Janae Aiko because I feel like she would have me on my best zen. I would be so healthy. I'd have my my crystals and all that. I feel like it's very easy just to say smash Kaylani. She has the most masculine energy out of all of them. I don't want to kill her, but I guess I have to if I'm trying to be on some healthy stuff with Janae.
Someone has to die.
Yeah, I hate it. But I always said, like, if I could sing, I would want my voice to be like her because I like how deep her voice is.
Yeah, this is a hard one. IDK. I mean, I would definitely marry Janae Aiko, like, because she does come with Big Sean. Period. So that's out of the way. But her and Kalani IDK, because Nisi, you made a good point when you talked about the masculine energy. But my spirit does not want to kill her, so I don't know what to do. I'm conflicted.
Yeah.
I'll just go with her. And I'll have to let Kalani go because Kalani got a child too, Jay Lee. While you over there talking, you ain't want to deal with nobody else's children.
But that baby young. That baby's a baby. That baby can't talk.
And that baby worse because you tell it to sit down and it's not.
But I'm not gonna bang her one time and I'm gonna leave her. It's gonna be a bang and go. So at that point, it's okay because it's a bang and go. I'm a bang and then leave. And because I think she may also, y'all know my lesbian. I need a strap-on person. So I feel like both Janae and Kelani would put on the strap on and like do some things. But again, I don't need the strap on with Janae because she got Big Sean. He's a whole dick himself. You know, I have to figure out how to get dick in the lesbianism every time. It got to be in there some kind of way.
Right. I am tickled. So we're about to go ahead and move on to another one, y'all. This is called One Gotta Go. Please tell me which one gotta go.
Only one gotta go? And the other two stay?
Yeah, the other two have to stay. No, how is it that you did last time? One gotta go, right? Only one gotta go, two get to stay.
I had one stay.
One stay, and then two gotta go.
Yeah. I think
let's do that one.
The
y'all
one that
keep
can
one.
stay
who y'all
for me
away?
Would be TLC. Or wait, it's between TLC and SWV.
To go?
To stay. Escape can go because Escape had 2 great albums. That's fine. Okay, we can do with that. But I feel like TLC and SWV both.
I know. I'm sorry, Jamie. I'm sorry, but everywhere else, boo.
Yeah.
Escape could go. It's between TLC and SWV, and that's very hard. That's very hard.
They're a great song.
Yeah, and them first 3 albums of TLC ran from beginning to end without issue or problem. But at the same time, I could live my life without rain or week.
You said you could or you could not?
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could live without week or rain.
I mean, downtown
or anything.
You know, anything. You're the one for me.
I didn't realize how many SWV songs I had like heard and would be like, oh my gosh, it's my song until the verse. So like before, I probably would have been like Escape because Who Can I Run To is like everything. I'd be in the car screaming that song, cracking my voice. But now that I know, I would probably just say goodbye to Escape.
Yeah, Escape gonna definitely lead a place by themselves and they can go have several seats. But I feel like I
baby. I got so much love.
Damn. I like Hats the Bag. I like, Crazy Sexy Cool. I like Red Light.
First of all, my favorite is I was like deep and cool on a Sunday afternoon. You were there. So was I.
In the park. Oh, damn it.
I was chilling with my Kool-Aid and been feeling
Yeah.
See, that's hard because there's so many. I feel TLC. I'm gonna pick TLC because even though I love SWV, I feel like TLC has more songs that I like as far as entire albums versus SWV, which damn no, I can't even say that. Now I'm changing my mind again because the last 2 albums from SWV were really good in writers. So like with the old stuff mixed with their new stuff, and TLC only has their old stuff. So yeah, SWV. Fuck it. SWV. SWV.
Waterfalls, I'm Pretty. The reason I would pick SWV is because when their songs come on, I feel like it gives me a whole different vibe. Like TLC is real cool and relaxed, I'm saying, for the most part. But some of the SWV songs like give me real hype. Even the slow ones to give me hype.
You're always on my mind. Always gets me hype. You're always on my mind.
Yeah, I'll pick SWV too.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I pick SWV too. I would, but it's hard. Like TLC is like it's neck and neck. Like we know Escape gone. That ain't even an issue. But it's so close between SWV and TLC. But I would keep SWV, and I will remember forever TLC.
Remember forever. If I'm thinking overall, I would easily say TLC. I'm thinking about whenever I was younger, that was one of the girl groups, all the colors. I would just want to be like them.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, yeah, I would say TLC.
Yeah, that's hard for me too. I didn't realize how hard, actually, when I was doing this, how hard it was going to be until I really started thinking just now about all of the songs TLC got. They got so many. And for me, SWV, they have good songs. But in my household, we really listened to more Escape than SWV. So they didn't have a whole lot of songs that I gravitated towards. So I probably would be.
But they don't have that many songs though.
Who don't?
Escape. I really felt like Escape. They had 2 albums, right? Well, it was the initial 2 from back in the day. I know they had that new one, but it was the 3 of them. And I do feel like the 2 albums they had, like, were great, amazing albums. I love the songs, but I'm like, I just don't think it's enough. It's not enough songs to listen to all the time. I'm sorry, Jamie.
No, you're fine. My favorite song by them is called "Do You Want To" with Tiny, the one Tiny song. Yeah. I love that song. It does something to me every single time. But I might have to go with TLC on this because I feel like I may be able to get a variety of stuff. Or do we need to check the chat?
No. I'm scrolling and TLC Red Light Special video is playing on my timeline. And I'm just like,
that is crazy. Yeah, I have to go with them, TLC.
We had 2 TLC and 2 SWV. So technically, both groups made it. Because it's 2 and 2. So we really said fuck Escape.
Would y'all have entertained a versus with TLC versus SWV?
Yes. Honestly, I thought that they would have been I thought SWV would have been a better match with In Vogue because I thought that the singing would have been you know what I'm saying, and the hits. Vogue had bigger hits to me than Escape. But I still
don't think they're in 2 different like eras a little bit? Because I remember In Vogue being adults when I was like not an adult. But I love In Vogue. But I think In Vogue came first.
Yeah.
And then later on came like TL, Escape, and even SWV. So I do think they kind of want to keep within the same era. So that's why I want to do In Vogue with them. Because they kept making hits.
Yeah, that's definitely overlap. Because what year did Set It Off come out? 95?
Oh, they did. What you gonna be?
Because I'm pretend. Yeah. And then all of the
favorite In Vogue song. My favorite In Vogue song is "Don't Go in the Desert." And is it called "Don't Go in the Desert"? Yeah, Don't Go. I love that song. That's a sexy love. Shut up.
The only song I really liked from them was the one they did on A Different World, and I can't think of the name of it when they had the sister. That
Oh,
was
you
like
talking about Free Your Mind?
Yeah.
That's not one of my favorites, but it is a great song.
Will follow. Yeah, that's my shit.
They was real spunky and funky then.
Yes, and let's not forget the Salt and Pepper song. You know, the what I mean, and then their harmonies used to be just incredible to me. Vocally, I felt like In Vogue were just incredible vocalists.
I think for a time too, it was just them. Like I remember the time being you didn't hear about other female groups when In Vogue like first came out. It was kind of just them. I can't think of any of the female group that was as popular around that time. I know we probably had Jade around that time, maybe Brownstone around that time, but I really feel like In Vogue was like in a whole realm of their own. Like they didn't have much competition until like their second or third album.
I don't know.
Yeah. Patricia says their version of Giving Him Something He Can Feel. That was a good one. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It gave me like Supreme type of vibes because I would always find myself doing this type of dance.
Anytime I hear
they had a break. That's what it was.
Yes.
They had 2 albums in 1990 and then in 1992, and they didn't have another album until 1997. During 1997, all 3 of these girls were popping during that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Everybody had a song, I think, in like 97, you know, for the most part. I could think of all 3 of them at some point, like 97, 97,
98, yeah. I feel like that's when Destiny's Child emerged around that time, didn't they?
Too, yes.
I mean,
around
98, right?
I think it was like the 8th grade when it happened.
I'm saying no. Yeah. Boy, I know you want me. I can see it in your eyes. Watch, keep on fronting. Want you say what's on your mind? Cause Nisha, every time you near me, you give me signs. But when I ask you what's the deal, you hold it all inside. If you wanna be with me, gotta keep it real. Tell me what's going on. Tell me how you feel. Cause boy, I know you want me just as much as I want you. So come get my love. All here for you. No. Hey, I had to give y'all that right quick.
Okay.
That was my spirit.
Y'all couldn't tell me nothing as a teenager. I thought I was a Destiny's Child. Okay.
Yes.
I used to sit back I used to rock on my bed like I was in the swing. Okay. I think who was that? Beyonce and Latavia in the swing, sitting next to Wyclef. I would think I'm in it too. Goddamn.
Girl, and don't talk about the slow version. Don't talk about the slow version.
No.
That was a good one.
It was really good.
I don't realize that was the same album. Was the slow and the fast version.
Oh, really?
Because it was a real remix.
Right.
It's like no, they made it was 2 different songs.
Right. They came out with the slow one was the album version, and then they did the Wyclef version, I think, before the album came out. So I think a lot of us had heard the Wyclef version before the slow version, even though they did videos for both of them. I was just like, y'all doing the most.
That's why. Yep, I heard that.
Child, that's when Beyonce had the deep barrel curls, bitch. Okay, what? With the dance team moves. Okay, bitch.
Y'all, when they came on Smart Guy, when they was, I learned all the words beginning to end. I was like a stand for Destiny's Child.
Yes. By the time we got some Writings on the Wall, oh my God, Writings on the Wall was such an epic ass album, bruh. Oh my God.
They came out the blue and this was amazing. But I think it's because when there was no one and someone pops up and it's good music, we loved it.
Right. For sure.
For sure. I agree. And as we speak on this music, I don't know, you guys hearing the echo? As we speak on this music, let's go ahead and move on over to the verses of Escape versus SWV.
Hey, Tight Jacket.
DJ One was getting it in. You know, we could just really free talk about this, DJ One was getting it in, he probably was hot over there in his sweater. One thing I liked about DJ A1, I keep saying DJ A1, he played the trap stuff I wanted to hear from back in the day. And I wanted to pop that thing. I was really happy about that. I was like,
when he played Sammy, I like the way you look at me. I would lost my shit. I was like, because that's my shit.
Crunk, he did that because he played Mario, I believe, around the same time. Did he play Mario? You want to be? That one.
I want to know. Yeah, he did that too.
Girl, he did that, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. When T.I. came on, and he said, "I like my beat down low, down low, down low." I was like, "Oh, he's just over."
Yeah, I'm a T.I. fan, so I appreciate that. But I was like, the fans don't kick in the door. Like, what's going on right now?
Oh, not waving the 4-4.
I was thinking that watching the live back, I was like, is they nervous or what?
Like, what's gonna happen?
I spoke about this on my review, but Tiny looked lackadaisical. My mom and my aunties kept pointing out how she looked high, and then how she kept sitting on the stairs, and how weird her booty looked, and how you could see the booty hanging in between her legs, like when she would stand up. It was bad. She sang good, but she gave low energy, and like the fact that they had to keep telling her to stand up. Like they told her to stand up a few times. She was like, "No, I like sitting on the steps." And it was just kind of like, okay.
I think they missed her. This is what I thought. I thought they had two different agendas on what each person is gonna do, because I felt like SWV came dressed to sit down and chill, and so did Escape a little bit. But I felt like Candy wanted to be closer, walk around, right? And I'm like, that ain't Tiny. Like, I'm in these heels. I won't fall. My ass looks funny. Let me chill out. I feel like they're like, leave me alone. Let me sit down. So I do feel like they had two different agendas on what they wanted to do, because the second half, when SMU came out and they was like, okay, now it's time to have fun or dance or whatever. I feel like their plan was to come back out in the second half and be more enthused. And in the first half, they were chilling because, of course, Coco wasn't feeling good because of what happened. I wish Escape would have came with that same less party the second half, because they was dressed for a cabaret. I felt like they was like, still, let's sit down, let's chill. They sang their ass off the whole time, but I felt like it was just two different agendas from both groups.
It was definitely two different agendas. I don't know if SWV did not get the memo the beginning half or whatnot, but as far as like standing up singing and stuff, but I was here for Escape because I felt like they came in serving, they came in singing, and they kept that energy the entire time. I was glad they actually did not change, because I just felt like it's too many of y'all. It's enough. Like, I don't want to wait on 7 women changing.
Honey, when Jamie said and they had to change clothes, it would have to. You said we're rearranging? No,
they'll have to remove a few layers because they're thicker.
I was like, girl,
than those ladies.
Like, all I could think about was Candy and them trying to squeeze themselves out of like all of that pleather and leather that their asses had on. I'm like, child, y'all ain't gonna be able to get. And then when y'all try to take it out, it's gonna be sweaty, so it's gonna be wet, so it's gonna make it harder for you to get off. Just stay in place until it's time to go home.
Who is it? What? Especially Tamika with these first stuff. I don't know if those shoes or if those are attached as turned pants, but I feel like she probably was gonna have a time taking the fur off at the top and the bottom.
It's probably elastic around her ankle.
Around her
leg. She kept filling up everybody's ass too, Tamika. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but she was slapping ass all night.
I think she was doing a bit too much, because even Candy had to say so. Candy was like, "Girl, you said
they was talking about their shapewear." They said they won't call their shapewear. The comments said it's not me. The comments said Escape was not coming out them shapewears. No, Candy looked good.
She did.
She looked good.
Candy looked like she was ready for vacation.
Candy came to sing. Candy came to let y'all know I have vocals, despite what you guys have had to say about me. You're going to get into it today. Okay. And she came prepared to do what she needs to do. She looked really good.
She did.
But I think people don't get that Candy's voice is just different. Like, people were like, oh, she has a deeper voice. And I'm like, back then her voice was amazing. It was like T-Bob, the deeper register, but she could also hit some high notes. I don't like how people feel like Candy can't sing, or even how they say how Taj and Lily can't. I'm like, they can all sing, They not Coco, or they not Latasha. They just have a different voice, but they can still sing.
Some people have very distinctive sounding voices, and some people just sing their notes correctly. Candy sometimes drifts a little bit, and as we get older, the vibrato gets a little bit heavier, and I think sometimes that's what y'all hear Candy in, you know, and I'm just saying opposite to what she used to sound like earlier. But I feel like Tina Marie had the same thing, where her vibrato, as strong as it was when, you know, we would listen to Square Biz, and when she got older and did songs, that vibrato got heavier. Same thing with Smokey Robinson. Like, I can think of a whole bunch of artists whose vibrato got heavier over the years, so their voice just sounded a little bit different and less light and airy as it once did. And that just happens over time. But ultimately, I feel like Candy can definitely sing. And anybody that actually knows how to sing and has taken vocal lessons, you know how hard it is to reach and access whistle register. You would never really say that Candy couldn't sing, because that's not easy to do.
I have a question for y'all. How did y'all feel about the Escape playing music that wasn't sung but written by some group members?
It was annoying. They had songs that they could have played that I was looking forward to that they did not play. For instance, they could have kept that Ed Sheeran song and sang In the Rain. I would have preferred to hear In the Rain. I would have preferred to hear Let's Do It, Do It Again. The song she did for the Soul Food soundtrack. I wanna see if you ain't get down like you said you do. Trying to do Candy voice. But anyway, yeah, there were songs that they could have done in exchange for those songs, but I'm not gonna lie, when they started paying bills, I did get hyped.
Now she could have played When You're Out at the Club, Don't Think I'm Not.
They mixed it in.
That. Now it was another one.
Because that's my shit.
I feel like the other members went off and did a whole album. So initially when I saw it, I was like, I ain't tripping off them doing those songs, because it ain't their fault if SWV hasn't went out and wrote some other songs. But I started thinking, and I was like, oh, they had a whole album outside of Escape with 3 other group members. They could have pulled that music in and used that, and they didn't.
The reason I felt like it wasn't fair was because I feel like these verses usually have some kind of theme to them. You have producer battles, you have writer battles, you have artist battles, you have group battles. I felt like Candy doing solo songs that she wrote for the people with Escape versus SWV did not fit into what the battle was supposed to be. I know how we had other people who will put in the songs they wrote, but those are more producer battles. Like Babyface and Riley are producers, so it made sense for them to do songs all over the world. But I felt like Candy doing just 3 songs that she wrote, but they did not do the song that her and Tiny did together, or Latasha's one single that came out a long time ago that was a hit. I felt like if you wanted to, go outside of just your songs, it should have been more for everyone, because I'm sure Coco, Lily, or Taj had done something else that they could have played, but Candy was trying to front on Wanye, like, bitch, I've done this. So I didn't like it, and I felt like y'all played songs that had nothing to do with Escape. It's Escape versus SWV. If it was Candy versus Coco, cool.
Or Wanye,
right? You know what I'm saying? Do that. But I felt like her point was trying to floss for him and not for Escape, because those songs wasn't about Escape. That was about Candy and Tiny, who were not even with the group at the time. So I was like, girl, bullshit.
But they're a subject of the group. So I feel like if Casey and JoJo was to have a Jodeci battle and sing some of their Casey and JoJo songs, we would allow it.
No. Yeah.
Even though Devontae and Delvin went apart.
They was doing drugs. I feel like Candy
and not
writing songs. Right. I think Candy writing songs, like I would have preferred songs that Candy did, like her own songs. But I felt like you put songs that you were not on. In her
defense, didn't Teddy Riley, when he went against Babyface, he kind of played some music that he never sung.
Those were producer battles. That's why they both played songs.
Those were both though. Those were both.
Yeah.
Those were both singing and producing battles, because that's what they both did.
That's what they do.
Either way, I wasn't mad. The only reason I was mad is because they played songs that I didn't know and left out songs that I did to flex on Wanye. I'm not mad at Candy because I feel like Wanye needed to be flexed on with your bitch ass. So I feel like that information needed to be put out there. You know what I'm saying? You're also doing old ass tours with your band members, and at least Escape is all together. Where's Michael, Wanye? Where's Michael? Because if somebody's not there to say his part of the song, I'm not that excited.
Embarrassing.
Oops.
And my last question about the verses is the setup. How did you all feel about? I actually liked the setup. I liked hearing that they had an audience, and I just liked that it looked like it was concert style. So if I couldn't make it to no concert, at least I still feel like I'm a part of it.
That's like the best setup that I've seen. Well, as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Dang, this is nice." I
think that's what Teddy Riley was trying to go for, but it didn't land.
It was real concert like.
I would prefer it was how it was with the Isleys and Earth, Wind & Fire because they were closer, not so far apart. So I do get you want to have two groups separate because again COVID, but I felt like because you had two separate stages on a stage, two separate counters so far, they can do that, but it's kind of still like bring it closer.
Yeah.
Because when I watched the like IG Live, the people who were there, you could hear how loud it was, even though we heard perfect vocals. I'm like, why can't they hear each other? Because in the place, it was too loud for them to hear the talking across the stages. So I think they can still have a set, but not have it be like, spaced out.
Gotcha.
But I like the look of it.
Yeah, I did too. I really like that. As we speak on SWV and we transition over into gossip, I just wanted to highlight what Coco came out and said. I know her energy was off at the battle when she came out and let everyone know that she witnessed a woman that was shot outside of her hotel. So she was like a bit shook up by that. So her energy was a little off the first half of the verses. And then, after she went back, got a break or whatever, and she came back to serve the girls. Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and move on to someone else, okay? Because we're gonna talk about Miss Nicki Minaj, because me and Jay Lee was in the comments about Miss Nicki Minaj. I'm just gonna show you guys a few images that
she hit us get with. Ready for the.
I cannot.
I have my legs down, bitch. I gotta get my blood flowing for this shit. Because they about to be mad.
A few images, okay, that she hit us with. Okay, this one said Friday. This is what she had. On this one, she dropped some lyrics for us about BITs wanting action, and she's gonna start subtracting the fractions or something. And then she hit us with this. I guess she's supposed to be iconic. But then she also hit us with this video for everyone to get into. And social media took on their own thing for it, okay? I need y'all to get into that. Give me one more second.
That's still my favorite.
I need y'all to get into what just happened. I wish I had a slow-mo. That's why I should slow this video down for y'all.
Oh my God.
Girl?
I saw another one that Jess Hilarious put up where she was like, I got out the house to get out, and they were like, but your mom out there waiting for you. And then they were like, she looked mad, like it looked like you weren't supposed to come. And then they played a video of Nicki Minaj
rolling up.
I was like,
oh my God.
First of all, the bitch looked angry in the video, and then she looks in them pictures.
You said she looked what? Thin in the pictures?
Sad.
She looked sad. And that first one from
the cry, yeah. Like, what is this?
This first one,
her face looks sad. Her sad.
Surgery. This first one, I thought Young Miami was trying to look like Nicki. I thought it was like Young Miami paying homage to Nicki. That's what I thought.
I can see that.
I could too.
I can see that. I just felt like if she come back too soon, this picture did look. It's an echo. Because it did seem like she, she came out fine, but I felt like it could have been a better look because she's iconic. Like Nicki Minaj is an icon, period.
She just don't know it.
Sometimes I feel like, it's like sometimes it's like, does she know it or not? Or I'm like, is she still in the process of grieving, being a mom, that she's just like going along to get along and not really even because I'm like, you loaded that first picture. I'm like, you look sad. You didn't look mad. Like it was a whole sad look. So I was like, we shall see. I think the last look she did, the pink sitting in the salon with the kind of nakedness of it all. I prefer this one personally because she looks amazing. She looks unbothered, toes done, nails done, titties out, you know what I'm saying? All that hair looks good. I loved it all. And it showed off the watch that she was trying to show in that damn car. I'm like, you ride around that car with that damn fellow ass husband, and why are you driving? Why ain't he driving?
That's what I was thinking.
No, and why are you 5'11" but you leaning back in the Escalade?
Right. I wish she would have put this picture up first and just did this one, because this is amazing.
I think she looks good. I just think she does something that's slightly lame to me, and I just don't understand why, because I do think she's so amazing. Specifically, the one thing that comes to mind is, y'all remember when she got on the jet with the hair, and she had said,
she said, "You can't even spell Prague, bitch."
Yeah,
she did.
Spell Prague.
Right. It was just kind of like, we could Google, we didn't, bitch. So what? Like, what does that mean? Like, it's just,
I really like that one. Now,
that one was so lame to me. And then the way she walked, it's kind of like, bitch, don't fall. I love her, but just sometimes she does that. I'm just kind of like, where's Beyonce?
Now,
Beyonce's people first, and if they say yeah, put that out, she should. And if they say no, sis, that's not the move, then I think she should not, because I think she don't have that parameter. She, mindset. Feel like.
Now the debate kind of came up a little bit between Jay Lee and I, because Jay Lee really liked this photo, and she kind of felt like, if you don't mind me speaking, you'll have Jay Lee. She was saying that this photo was really good, and she should have put this photo up because all of the rest of the photos she's posted this week have been attention seeking. And I felt as though this photo is still attention seeking. She got on social media and she covering her body, but showing her body at the same time, you half naked. And Jay Lee said, well, she got to do what she got to do to try and get people to buy into the product that she's about to get. And I'm like, she's Nicki Minaj. She don't have to do nothing. She could post a toe and people gonna go crazy about it. Especially
I didn't even notice the Crocs. The Crocs sold like hotcakes, and I didn't even notice the Crocs. I noticed the ponytail and a sad face.
And that's what I was saying, like, which was interesting to me, because nobody knew what she was promoting or anything in that photo, but they chose to drive their energy towards the Crocs. Nobody copied them big old wide edges that she had coming down. Nobody copied that big old high ponytail that she had on her head. You know what I'm saying? Nobody copied the sad face that she had, and nobody went and copied the Chanel that she had in the background, or the pink walls, nor the artwork. They drove their attention to the Crocs, what they could afford, which is what they went and got. But we don't even know what she coming with on Friday. So right. I'm like, I don't even know if she was truly like really promoting an image, promoting a product for people to come and get. I just feel like all she had to do was make a I don't know. Okay. I'm not sure where the echo was coming. I still kind of hear it. Can y'all hear it?
Mm-mm.
I can.
I hear it too.
I can.
Can you hear it now? No. Let me try this real quick. But with Nicki, I just felt like she could have posted a meme with nothing but text, like look out for something on Friday, and people would have went crazy only because of her absence. She didn't have to do a whole lot. That's just what my thoughts were about that.
And I just felt like, because I felt like she came out and I just did not like the picture she put out. I felt like something seemed off. And even the one with her right on, I'm like, why are you in the car? Like, you ride in the car to shove a watch. It doesn't make any sense. You could have sat at a table and had your hand up like this and been just flawless face to show the watch. I felt like the car was just too much. And I'm like, why is Petty Kenny why is he there? What is he doing? Like, why you almost hit somebody driving around? What is he adding to the brand of it all? So I felt like Nicki Minaj comes out.
A scrub is a guy that thinks he's finest, also known as a buster.
Okay, I didn't really care because Nicki be coming with all different types of personas and stuff. So I'm like, okay, this is just a Nicki. Like the car, fine, but what was lame to me was having him in the passenger side, like Bonnie said, looking like a
on the passenger side. His best friend's right, embarrassing.
Trying to hide at her, but I do think artists have to have some sort of attention-seeking behavior, because if you don't post something, no one will know that, you know what I'm saying, something's coming out. So I felt like it's a level that we have to do. But I'm like, her in the car with Kenneth, bullshit. Her in that dress went over with some shoes on a rock, bullshit. That first one, bullshit. But the one with her in the seat, they're showing just her. I felt like it should be about just her, not about whatever is around you. That's what I felt like. Come back just like, cause you are Nicki fucking Minaj.
Right.
You can sit in a chair, bucket naked, holding your boobs with nothing on, and they're gonna buy the paint on the wall.
And
but
that's why I feel like just post your toe, and they still gonna buy the paint on the wall with the toe. Just, you know, she could have posted her hand. If she wanted us to see the watch that bad, she could have just took a picture of her wrist, and people was gonna go crazy over it. And
because driving in a car, you don't really think about a watch, because you wonder why Kenneth in the passenger seat. Why he ain't the driver? Why allow? Her hand could have been out the window as a passenger, and she just riding.
You already said what it was. She want to be a drug dealer girlfriend so bad. I swear to God, she's regressed to when she was in high school. I don't know what happened, Nicki, bitch. But I swear to God, I wish you would act like the 30, almost 40-something-year-old woman that you are. And y'all can say what y'all want to, but once we are 35, we are almost 40.
I can appreciate the fact that she was checking in, letting us know that she's doing a little better, you know, considering everything that's been going on with her. And I will give her credit and say she looks good after being
I'm excited. She looks great. I'm excited for whatever music we coming out with.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I am too. I'm trying to see what is it.
I miss her so much.
Yeah, I want some real hard bars. I appreciate the fact that she came with the black hair, because that's what I wanted. I'm like, I want black hair. Don't be coming with this other stuff. Give me black hair first. So I was glad to see that. I ain't gonna lie.
I was too.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and move on over to our section of period. Okay, we have a few topics here. Just want to get you guys' opinion on whether or not you F with this or you just can't get behind this at all. So we had a college graduate wanting to make a statement for his photos. So he took a completely different route. Instead of being like anybody else and just take pictures in his cap and gown, he wanted to let y'all know that he is finally free from the university. And I just
love the giggle.
Y'all, I did not like this. I don't know. I understand what he was trying to do. I would have loved it in like a painting or something, but like, I don't know. I just felt like he was doing the most. He was doing the most. I hope he took some regular graduation pictures. But I get the story. Like, damn, that's deep. But at the same time, like, why are you so extra?
Listen, I say he must be a theater major, because the way them toes is and the that knee and that posture, I say he has to be a theater major. He just nailed that too hard for a photo.
I liked it. Only because I felt like I got the point of it. When I first saw what we put in the chat, I was like, what the fuck is this? And I had to like read the fundamental. I'm like, oh, he just did, he was a slave, but he graduated or whatever. So I fuck with it, even though I wish he could have been a cleaned up slave, I guess. Like he did a slave part. I'm like, okay, tattered jeans, he barefoot, his shirt dirty. I got all of that. So because I got the point of what he was trying to do, I fuck with it. Because I think so many slaves probably wish they could have got an education. So I'm like, okay, clap, clap, clap for the black men saying this and that. So yeah, I fuck with it. It was weird, but I still fuck with it.
What do you think about this? So you understood this? Like, I feel like I may have understood the runaway thing more than I like. Did we need to go and get whites on? Did we need to get this piece of wood?
And then he got the whisper there. Don't tell Massa. Don't tell him.
Well, because I mean, at a certain point, black folks couldn't drink out the white. Again, I got the point of it. It's extra as hell. It's really, really extra as hell. But I still fuck with it. Like, that's what I mean.
He achieved his point.
What was the point?
Was to go viral, and he did that.
Okay, because I was trying to figure out how. So, were you trying to say that college was slavery? Because you freed him from college. Like, is that what you were trying to say? I'm confused.
I think his point was like someone who couldn't go to college went to college. I thought it was because slaves couldn't go to college back then. So that was, that, and then now he's able to go. That's what I thought it was, but I don't know.
Is that what y'all got with? I feel like
I
feel like if we have to think this hard, it's not that smart. I think that it's somebody stupid thinking they doing something. I think that it's fake woke. I think that it's dumb. I think if you are trying to do something, you really need to think about what you're trying to say, because you looking raggedy on the step of school and your gown does what for us?
Embarrassing. Thank you so much.
But it's the weird thing. Like, that's what, and I mean for the comments. I mean, like, if that's what slaves wore back in the day,
they didn't wear jeans.
I mean, he probably could. He could have Kanye. He should have worn Kanye clothes.
They had burlap
clothes. But who gonna get burlap in the pandemic? You can't get no burlap right now.
Somebody that's really trying to do something, trying to do it. It's not that hard to go to the drama department.
Burlap to make it. I feel like I get the point of it. You know what I'm saying? I think like had he went,
he looked like a dirty farmhand. He looked like a. Like,
but that's what some slaves was.
No, you know who he looked like? He looked like Ezel. That's what he looked like. He looked like Ezel from fucking Friday. With a cap.
Ezel needed education too, and not shit in the bushes.
Yeah, it looked more crackhead than slave, if you ask me. But okay.
With the no, for real, body. Because if you go and look at his pants, I was trying to pay attention to the theatrics, and he had shoestrings in place of a belt, and I was like, so slaves is wearing shoestrings and their jeans to hold their jeans up. Is that what you're saying? I was looking at the theatrics of it.
Sorry, y'all. Let me remove this one from the.
I'm good.
Let's do it.
Y'all ready to get into this one? Let me get into this one first, okay? I want to go ahead and get into this guy who decided to call a cab to rob a bank. What do we think about this? Can we get behind this? I can't get behind that. I think you putting this person in jeopardy. You made this person an accomplice to some stuff you got going on.
I mean, does the cab man know he robbing the bank? Is the cab man in on it? And if you need a ride to work, your work is robbing banks. I mean, ain't you supposed to get a cab? I mean, you got to get there some kind of way. I'm not saying I want to be a cab man. You know what I'm saying? I want to be an accomplice. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, he made a way to get away because he ain't got no car. And I mean, the crazy part was you made him wait though. Like, I'm like, did you have a mask on? Like, I don't. And you got back in the car. Like, you said, hey, I'm gonna tip you for waiting. And like, was it an Uber or like a checker cab? Like, did they know who he was? It's just so much going on. I don't know, but I feel like if he needed to ride, that man got here right to work. Okay, he had to get to work immediately, and he did it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't fuck with it. But he had to get to work.
I feel like this is one of those times when like people are pretty and they're stupid. That's what I think. I think this man should have been somebody's model. I think he should have been somebody smiling, you know, with new teeth, smiling with his beautiful head of hair on a L'Oreal commercial or something. He could have been in high end. Okay, if you look at him, put the picture up again. He's smiling like, but look at his skin, facial features, and his hair texture. If he didn't look crazy, he probably look extremely handsome. So this is probably one of those times where people are really pretty and really stupid. I can't give you everything, the Lord said.
Let's see. Florida man calls cab to take him to rob a bank, makes him wait, and then take him home afterwards.
And he was born in Florida. He's in Florida, child. Yeah.
Well, Florida they do dumb shit in Florida.
Florida.
I hope I'm best. You don't want to fuck up that beautiful skin.
Florida man. As soon as I saw Florida man, I was like, "This."
What
y'all did?
It ain't safe.
You can't. I mean, he needs a ride though. He couldn't walk. You can't walk around a bank. I need a ride. He like, I gotta do something to get something. I wouldn't do it.
So we're gonna get into somebody else that appeared to have, done something strange for a piece of change, like Todd.
Lord Jesus.
Whew. Alabama woman bank robber who used stolen money for plastic surgery pleads guilty. Ooh, embarrassing. And this person's name is called Iconic Face. They pleaded guilty to 2 indicted counts of robbing the Bancorp South located on Cowan Road, in Gulfport. This is embarrassing. So the case was set for trial in June, on June this year, June 28th. But I can't get behind it because I'm trying to understand. They call this person. I don't know who or what this is.
I said, Jamie, this can't be real. Are we in Jumanji?
I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you what the aunties get old and that facial hair come in and they just stop caring. Be like, I'ma just tweeze it, and then it gets out of
real
hand.
Young though. Look her neck. Her neck is real young.
It's giving me The Weeknd. Oh my God!
It's giving me back alley
butt shots. Mm-hmm.
It's giving me bobblehead. It's like, hold on your neck, baby. Is it gonna break off?
I'm about to say it's giving me weak neck. Like, nigga, your neck gotta be strong to hold all that up, because that's a lot.
How was the name? Iconic Face. Iconic Face.
Who called him that?
Robin,
who called her that? Who named her that? Who named them that? Who named they that? I'm sorry, them
that
they.
Was the name that was on
there. Who called they ass that?
I just ate
Iconic my foot.
Maybe they were a bigger person and they got
local.
Sick, maybe
local. Oh, you meant bigger?
I don't know.
See, I don't even think the neck looks sick. I just think the neck not supposed to hold up whatever the collagen and filler and flats you got in your face.
It just looks weird to me because I feel like that it's the bobblehead of it all, the good weaves, the thin neck that look real young, the heavy face that looks plump, with the big lips, with the beard or whatever, the slouchy nose.
It doesn't make you look more feminine, just so we're clear, because I feel like so often see this where people just get their face full of shit as if that makes you look more feminine, when really it makes you look like an alien from another planet. And we're wondering what's happening, who did it, give him an EpiPen. It's not good.
Yeah, maybe they had an allergic reaction and this is the photo they got.
Hopefully that's what this is.
I went looking. I went to the news site. I need to know if this is real. Okay, I want to find Iconic Face and say, what did you do? What happened? Why you stolen money for plastic? You look weird. Iconic Face. I don't know. It's just Jesus gonna fix it.
They should start a GoFundMe for some counseling or something. The body is just insane.
A GoFundMe for him? I mean, for Iconic?
Yes, put that on some counseling. Put the needle down.
I think
that's weird.
Ideal. I don't know if it's gonna get spent there, but it would be ideal.
To go spend it elsewhere. Well, they in jail now, so
something else on his body.
They in jail now. They're gonna fix it.
Or she's gonna blow up something else on her body. I cannot take it. That is comedy. Okay, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and move on to some other things. But before we get into other things, okay, I have to go ahead and ask you guys to like the video, okay?
You better like. You better You better like. You better like this video. Oh,
okay. Thank you guys so much. We do appreciate that. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and move on really quickly to where is it here? We're going to go ahead and talk about Married to Medicine real quick, because it was nothing really going on this show aside from the fact that Contessa is continuing to call out Scott's age as an excuse for his quote unquote insanity or whatever he's got going on. Toya calls out Anila to everybody and says that, she's pretty much broke. Anila did not like that, but I'm wondering, did she lie? And then the other thing is Dr. Jackie got a freak number of what, 7? Was it?
I mean, is it true though?
6.5.
Yeah, 7.
Was it a 6.5?
She revised that and brought it back down to a 6.5. Okay, 6 point, whatever it is. Well, whatever 5 is. Cinco, bitch.
All the numbers seem off.
Cinco.
Okay. I think all the numbers was like not the right number. Contessa was probably the only one I felt like was a 10 because she was so comfortable. Because she was so comfortable in the bondage of it all. I felt like, okay, she may really be a 10. And when she brought up how her thing was, I'm a 10 once I'm able to fully, engulf myself in my family. I'm like, okay, yeah, she really wants things to be done to her. And when Kawhi said, when someone said Hadley can't be a 5, and she says she always fucking Damon.
Yeah.
A 5 is bad to me.
Yeah.
That's not good. I mean, how you a 5 is
right.
Yeah, it's like, what do y'all do? That's like straight missionary.
I felt something in my nether regions with the way that Contessa just complied. Something about that did something for me. I'm not even gonna lie. She was so comfortable with that shit on and getting spanked and shit. And I was just like, I'm not into this type of shit. And this is doing something for me. So I was like, maybe I get tied up and spanked. Something to think about. I would do it. I'm open.
I mean, look.
I would do it too. She was ready to do it to Heavenly. Spank her on her booty. I was like, okay.
They needed something in their mouth.
Do y'all really believe that Contessa is a 10 though? I just feel like her relationship would be so much better.
No.
But if Scott is a 3 and she like I feel like
she's
Scott may not be
the full 10.
Yeah, because Scott may not want to do that stuff. So for her, she can't fully be her 10 self because her husband's a 6. And so he may not want to do all the extras or whatever. But I felt like the way she embraced it too easily to not be a 10. And she may be her own 10, like she may not like feet sucking. But in her own realm, she's her own 10.
I don't like
that. Is weird.
That does nothing for me.
I do think she's a
10. And Scott could be a 3, but she's probably a 10 with someone else, you know? Maybe one of her good girlfriends, like Bondi always say, you know? She probably a whole 10 over there. That's why she out here trying to make Scott look like the bad person. So if they was to separate, nobody would look at her, they'll be looking at Scott.
But I don't think Dr. Jackie is a 7. I feel like Jackie is too, because a 7 to me mean like when Curtis come in the house, you giving him head on like when he walk in. I don't see that in Jackie.
Is that a 7?
I feel like Jackie's a 5.
I think Jackie is freakier than people expect. And I think her interest in vagina, I think her interest in sex, period, is not just on a clinical level. It comes from a place of excitement and enjoyment on her own part, because at the end of the day, yeah, you could give people education on puss. That's great. But bitch, you be pulling out pussies all the time. And I just kind of like, you just had a pussy in your bag, Dr. Jackie? Okay. Pull a pussy out that. I definitely
what it is.
I definitely feel like she probably is freakier than, you know, she lets on. Just saying.
Probably so.
Maybe. Especially after the situation dealing with Curtis and him stepping out, she probably has stepped that freak number up a lot.
So what's a 7? What do we think a 7 is? Like a 7, like it's 7 like okay.
The chat needs to
Jackie
talk to us about this. Let me go look and see, y'all. What's a 7, y'all? Because I need to know.
Got the vibrating the tongue, but we see how
I don't like that.
Quad and them got the anal beads and then the butt plug. I feel like is the butt plug an 8? To me, a butt plug to be a 10.
Yeah,
that's up there.
Like that's higher up. So I feel like Jackie can't be. Yeah, that's some extracurricular, activities going on down in another region. So I feel like because someone said a 5 is normal, and I feel like a 5 isn't normal.
Somebody says 7 is fucking in a car public real quick. Ooh, okay. So what's like an 8 or a 9? I want to know what my freak number is. I'm curious.
Come
on, y'all.
G Smith said a butt plug is a 6 to me. I'm not. First of all, a butt plug or anal, all that stuff, that is 9s and 10s.
I don't know. I'm curious about butt plugs.
I would say 8.
Who's 8 or 9?
The plugs.
Oh yeah,
yeah. 7. I would say a 7 is like somebody who uses toys while they have sex. A 6 is like you do oral and you have regular sex. 5 is like flat out missionary. 1, 2, 3, 4 is like nothing.
I appreciate this breakdown. So if we base level, so what's 8, 9 besides butt plugs? Because I feel like I don't want anything.
If you
can press in that space in between, but I don't want anything actually all the way in there and then staying in there. That's too much. So I feel like that should be a 10.
I feel like that should be an 11. That's some other shit.
Yeah.
I think booty stuff is extra. Because who want? I mean, besides, I know gay men like booty sex, but I feel like
niggas think anything in the booty is 10.
it is.
My
Look,
butt
the
is
fact,
exit
like,
only. And I'm open to a lot of other stuff, y'all. I have sex toys. Like, sex toys with sex is base level to me.
Said, I'm a straight 10, but maybe a gay 6. And what
a gay 6? A gay 6?
How it work?
Are you a man or a woman? First of all,
I'm trying to figure out
what a gay 6?
Licking ass is not a 10, more like an 8.5.
Just Jonda. I like the from Just Jonda.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said I like the comment from Just Jonda. Where'd that go? The comment from Just Jonda said 5 is normal, 7 is above normal, 10 is double penetration.
No, double.
Ooh,
first of all,
like
double pen. Double pen is a 12.
I'm not a 10.
You need extra 2.
That's why I asked what an 8 and a 9 was, because I know I'm not a 10, because there's some things that I just won't do. But there are other things that I most definitely will. So
I'm a 7 or 8.
Y'all know
if you won't bring somebody else into your situation, I feel like you're not a 9.
I feel like I'm
good with my 5 to 7.
I feel like I marked myself the wrong way because I got my tattoo. And when people find out you're a Scorpio, they go, "Ooh, like, oh, you a 10? Yeah. Calm down."
Okay.
A 10 is so much though, because I think a 10 is anal, is
what is choking,
salad.
Y'all? Asking for a friend.
Choking is a 7.
7? Yeah, choking is a 7. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. Let me stop.
What is blood sports and
10 golden showers and 3. So see, I feel like golden showers is totally different. A threesome is not degrading. No. I don't want to get pissed on, y'all. Like
right,
that's
I know, ma'am.
Somebody said choking is a 5. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was
that's regular.
What number is orgies? I think orgies is 10 and above.
I agree.
I mean,
even though.
Wait,
not spit in the mouth.
Miss Monet.
Nasty. But what is the orgies? And orgies,
you love it.
Sex together.
Nasty bitch.
Thanks for the super chat, Just Jonda. Sorry, Ryan from Married at First Sight is a 1.5, which is average 7. Above average and willing to do backdoor is 10. Double.
No one should spit on anybody. That's extra.
Butt play is not an 8. That's crazy to me. Like, what is y'all out here doing?
Butt play is an 8 if you out here, fucking in churches and recording it to put in heaven's view. I don't know.
It's just spitting in my mouth, but I also feel like it depends on how. Okay, so like if I've noticed this about myself. Like back in the day. Because I've been with the same person for a long time, so I'm just gonna say that straight off bat. Okay, we already have our shit situated. But like when I was younger, I feel like whatever somebody else wanted to do, with the exception of putting something in my ass, I was down to do, like anything. So I just kind of feel like these numbers are a little scary. Like I do S&M, I don't like it over my face, but I did bondage. We fuck with other people in the room, in cars, in public, and all of that stuff. Toys, so yeah, I don't know what my number is, but I feel like it's definitely between an 8 and a 9.
I've lived a life. I think I'm the oldest here. Don't judge me. I still feel like butt play is extra. I looked up my body, looked up. So I do think like, sex outside is fine, whatever. Because the key to sex outside is the time you go and the locations you pick. So I think that's like regular. I feel like if you are willing to bang outside, you a good 7 or 8.
You only like outside sex.
Who?
Somebody in the comments said I only like public sex. I hate it in a room.
Because it's outside
sex. Thanks for the super chat, Miss Monet.
Outside sex has a See,
I don't want to get spit in the mouth.
It's endorphins. Spitting in mouth that's a 13. Okay, that's we don't want that.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't like that, because by the time the spit gets to my mouth, it's gonna be cold, and that's gonna like that's gonna make me like But choking, absolutely.
Choking is regular.
Yeah, I like when I was younger. I used to like motherfuckers sucking on my neck, all that hickey shit and biting and all of that. I was real blood at a young age. Yeah, I used to get in trouble for having hickeys all over the place.
You put the cold spoon up against your neck.
Oh yes.
See, that's all regular stuff though. Neck sucking, outside sex is regular, choking is regular. I think butt stuff is just extra, whether it's pug or even
I was reading it too. I was reading it. My face like crying.
I'm seeing a good portion of people talking about swapping saliva, and I just didn't know
that's not no.
You know, I like biting and sucking real hard on my neck. It distracted me from the pain.
You gonna get sick in the rain.
You won't get sick. No, you won't. You won't get sick. I ain't never got sick.
Like wet outside.
I met a dude. So we have our time. We be hanging out or whatever. I met a guy named Shannon, and we met or whatever. We went to the baseball park. It was late at night or whatever, and we, it was raining or whatever. We didn't get sick. But a fun time was had by all. And the reason it's fun is because it's just like you may get caught, but you may not get caught. So that's the part that's fun about outside. Yes. It's just like what would happen. You know what I'm saying? So I got caught one time by the police because we went to a pool like downtown by Belle Isle or whatever. And
I'm into this story, girl. Keep going.
I could two things popped in my head. So we went down to the pier. We have like here, it's like a long part to where our water is or whatever. But before the water part, it was like a little pool. So we went by here, we went behind the fence, and we was in the pool, whatever, having fun, doing things. And we parked because it was like 3 a.m. or whatever, but the police still pulled up for some reason. They came like this little park, and they walked up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get arrested. I'm gonna go to jail. I can't explain how I'm in jail. Fucking in the pool. But luckily, it was 2 black cops, and they like my boobs, they let us off. But again, I ain't go to jail. But it was still fun. We got caught, but it was still, it didn't stop us from, doing things later.
It's so cold.
Yes, they go down in the D. Look, things happen in Detroit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not doing that. My friend said she feels like a finger in your ass while getting 8 out should be an 8 or a 9.
I wouldn't know.
I feel like that's an 8. Really, you wouldn't know?
I don't know that. I don't play about
that's an 8.
A tip of a finger is not the same thing as like a whole finger. So like
or even a penis.
Ask him to press on that area in between when you getting fucked. It's the situation, I promise.
This would be the perfect segment for we need Candy Coated to go ahead and sponsor. We need Adam and Eve to go ahead and sponsor. So
okay.
Y'all watching the video.
But you know what? This is the thing. I think.
But let's see, bitch. Okay.
This is like how girls talk anyway. Like I think, you know what I'm saying? We are all adults here. You know what I'm saying? And so this is conversation. But please watch the video, Adam and Eve. But yeah, spit is extra. A finger, the finger is not the same as a penis. So I feel like a penis is what should be like. You've heard guys like try to, like, oh, it's not that bad. Just breathe. Look, if you have to convince me, like I'm gonna give them birth, I don't want to do it. Just breathe. Just relax, inhale and exhale. It's like, no, I'm not having no baby. Leave me alone. Like, no. Because I've never done that, but I've had, situations where you're like, okay, how drunk are we right now? Like, are we this drunk? Are we that high right now? To where, and it's the coercion of, I've just, oh, calm down, just no. So yeah, I'm like, no, man, no, sir, I don't like it. Because I do say try it because I have friends who love it. I just don't love it.
Yeah, I don't know. That love it too. I don't understand it. They be like, girl. I'm like, girl.
I don't get it either. I haven't got it enough to ever get it to know why they get it. I'm like, it's like you touch a hot stove. Okay, it's hot. I'm good. I touched it. I know it's hot. I don't need to put my hand in the oven to know how hot it is. So, but I do also remind you that a finger is different than the penis.
They like these comments up.
I just want to say people think that it's the same. It's not. It's not the same. It's not like a painful situation. And yes, no, I do not like swallowing. I think that's terrible. I think, especially, okay, so like, and dudes will try to, but as somebody that has done both, on girls and on boys or whatever, men and women. Sound like how that sounded. But yeah, no, men, it's like a whole different thing. Y'all thick and like so much. Like I feel like one time, I might let it, it's my husband. So like, I might allow it to happen, but it has to shower because I have to be able to spit it out immediately. That's the only time I'll allow for that rain that never ends to hit the back of my throat and, damn near choke me out. Like, cause it's like ever ending. Like you think it's over, you think it should be over, you think you're holding it long enough, and it's still hitting the back of your throat, and you're like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna drown."
I have a question.
I'm sorry.
What's the difference? I feel like I don't get the obsession with guys who want you to swallow. I'm a spitter. I don't care. But I feel like as long as you catch it, why does it matter what you do with it? I just wonder, like, why do guys want women to? I was like, why does it matter? If it's out of you and it's caught some kind of way, why does it matter?
I don't know why it matters. Like I get why you would not want to have to pull out, but I also feel like sucking dick is foreplay. Like you shouldn't be trying to come in my mouth. You should be trying to come in me, not on. You know what I'm saying? Not like you should be trying to come in me. So I feel like just like it should just be a precursor to get you warmed up and ready. It's the intro, okay? It is not the song. I'm just saying.
I agree. I'm a spitter and I'm spinning it back on you. Do not know.
Okay, right back on there.
Clean it up. Okay. Absolutely not.
That's all that is.
I feel like that's really all that was really giving us on Married to Medicine, aside from Anila and Toya speaking spat or whatever they was going about.
Toya ain't shit.
I feel like Toya didn't lie though. I feel like Anila was the one trying to lead this perfect lifestyle, trying to follow the Joneses, which is Toya and Eugene.
But see, she said how apparently there was how that she did pay them people, but Toya was still one around saying stuff. And I feel like it's one thing if we friends, you telling me I'm fucking up on money or whatever. It's different for you to then go take that same critique and say it to other people outside of the. And I think that was her issue. Mm-hmm. For that reason alone, I'm on Anila Nala's side because again, say whatever to me, but don't go send it to whoever else.
I agree with that. That's true. If you my friend and I confide in you about some information about myself and you go spread it, yeah, that's the quickest way to not be my friend again.
Trying to make herself look better.
Well, Quad read her down, so that didn't last long.
Quad is bored. Toya is miserable, and Anila is broke. Contessa's a lesbian. Dr. Jackie is a questionable, and Heavenly is a messy, terrible person that I like.
I love Heavenly this season. I used to not like her before. Mm-hmm. Something about her now. I think she's found the balance of being messy, but not being like rude or just not rude, but just not being too damn much.
Oh, you muscles.
I'm trying to get through, but I mean, I'm just laughing my ass off. Like what?
Oh,
that's what they say. That is what they say.
What? For anal? Fuck out of here.
Does he eat veggies? I guess that's her way of saying that the semen will taste better or something. I'm like, what?
I'm sorry. No. It's always salty. It's always thick as no, thank you. It's like too much sea moss all at one time. Bitch, I need some kombucha to I can't. That's what sperm is like, sea moss. I cannot.
But I wonder do guys know like the I feel it's like kind of things about saying stuff, but I feel like it should feel better to all for your dude to come inside you versus you, I think like that. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like
better.
nothing does. It's nasty. It's nasty. It's nasty. That's what. Look, I don't like ranch dressing because ranch dressing it's too similar.
Y'all, it was this story that happened years ago, and it always had me a little skeptical about ever going back to Burger King. So years ago, this lady ended up getting
Burger King.
Somebody may not know. So this lady ended up purchasing a Whopper from Burger King. And when she bit into it, one of the workers ejaculated onto the actual burger, and she bit into that. I think she sued them or something like that. And ever since I heard that story years ago, it's been a little shaky for me on Burger King. Or really, it makes me think about that whenever I get mayonnaise on anything, but I really do love mayonnaise. But it makes you just like, let me just double check through all of the layers on the burger. But I don't
want white stuff on my burger. No, because people be nasty and you never know. So I'm a very weird eater. Like I'm very picky. So like I don't like any sauces. Like it's just nasty. But I feel like some stuff because ranch mayo, all that stuff. It looks like semen. So I'm like, I don't want to get
whole semen, bitch. Whole semen looks like mayonnaise.
Because I'm just saying, like in my mind, that's what it is. And because you can't tell if they didn't mix it up together, okay, and now you have a sandwich in sperm, and I don't want that. Now my throat pregnant. I don't want that. No,
that's my throat.
What you said my throat? I thought you said my burger's pregnant.
No, my throat. See, these are the conversations that we have as women. Okay, you can't get this nowhere else.
What you really can't.
The comments they're going crazy. Somebody said, "I want to hear the nastiest story you will ever hear."
What he said? Oh, do y'all want to hear this?
Yoni said.
No,
I don't know. No,
I move on to the next show.
Not yet. I don't know.
We need to move on to the next topic.
Yeah, they got too nasty, and that's sad when you watching Married to Medicine, and this is the highlight of the show for real. Because ain't nothing happening on the show. Andy even asked for questions for the reunion, and I'm like, "It's the reunion."
Share the story on Twitter and tag us. Just don't comment on the video.
Yes, we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, there you go. So we're about to move on to another hot topic. If y'all got to blazing about sex talk, then we have even more talk that y'all about to get the blazing about, because the internet went up in a blaze over these two individuals right here.
Boom.
Okay, get into it.
So we don't give a fuck. Hey.
Let me give y'all a little bit of back history as much as I can, and then we're going to sound off and talk about this thing. So on Sunday, which was Mother's Day, Porsha was seen taking a picture. She posted a picture with her baby daddy and this guy named Simon. So we didn't really know what was going on. We see the hand on the chest. We see her being a little bit too close to him. We weren't sure what's going on. We weren't sure what was happening. Next thing you know, we see Dennis put this comment up about congratulations. Everybody's wondering, what is this congratulations for? Right? So we didn't know. But shortly after that, Porsha ended up...
Sorry, y'all.
What happened, Jaylene?
My IG popped up and somebody was posting us and I didn't know.
Embarrassing. Oh, prior to that, Porsha did go on to Dish Nation where she announced her new love, but people still was wondering. They didn't know what was going on. So we still wondering. She took to social media to let everybody know that she is with this man, Simon, which happens to be the husband to one of her co-stars, which is Fallon. And she says that they've only been together for what? A month? Our relationship began a month ago. Yes, we are crazy in love within a month. I know it's fast, but we are living life each day to its fullest. I choose happiness every morning and every night, tuning out all of the negative energy and only focus on positive vibes. He makes me so happy. And to me, that is what matters the most. So everybody else was in Porsha's arse over this particular situation. I'm going to reserve, and I really want to hear you ladies' thoughts about This Jay Wilson, thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really appreciate it. How are we feeling? I know a lot of people went off on Porsha because they felt as though she and Fallon were friends, because in this same message, Porsha came out and said, that girl is not my friend. We not friends at all, and whatever they got going on ain't got nothing to actually do with me. So y'all know out of there, just know that I'm happy and I'm with my $40 million man.
Like Wendy said, she could have been her friend for hire, but the fact of the matter is, to me, you went to the girl's house, hopped in her pool, fist pumped her. Okay, y'all. Did y'all see the flashback clips of her fist pumping Simon from the scene? Whenever they first started on. When she fist bumped him uncomfortably, something told me, you done fucked this man before. Like, part of me was thinking, like, you might have already known Simon before you got with Dennis, before he got with Fallon. The fist bump was just really, really weird to me. I've never seen her.
It was a stop. Pause.
Yeah,
it was a stop. It was a pause that happened when she did, like that. I definitely, the moment stood out for real. The moment that.
And she didn't do that with Ralph. Something tells me she done been with this man before. I don't think that this is the first time that they've been together. However, I still think she's trifling, even if her and Fallon weren't like real life friends. You brought the girl on the show as your friend. You look bad as fuck, and it kind of upsets me because I always like Porsha because she's such a free spirit. But this literally made her look like a Hennessy hoe, like Kenya said. I mean, even if you're going to get with the lady's husband, why 1 month and they are not even fully divorced before you put an effing ring on your finger? Then your dumb ass is talking about co-parenting with a man who you've been with for 1 month? Girl, good night.
And let's praise the black men that are going to be co-parenting together.
I mean, honestly, I feel like it's messy as fuck. I wouldn't let Porsha around my rich husband, but I don't have one, so it's okay. But at least not no $40 million rich bitch. We ain't there yet. Prayers and wishes. Champagne wishes, caviar dreams out this bitch. But I also feel like, everybody's judging until, 14 is at their fingertips. And and then everything is like, child, I'm just gonna live my life the way I want to. But I also feel like I don't know if I could fuck this man looking like Dennis' daddy. That's all I see. He looked like Dennis' daddy, and she looked like a little sugar baby that's happy to get a man that's gonna marry her for 2 years and get her a nice alimony set up to her pocket, to her show. And being, on drama field and all of this shit, but it's just all messy. Her boobs look good, but it's just, and then the fact that they on social media trolling, and he actually posted, he was like, I'll pay anybody that could actually evidence of me cheating on my wife, and then he posted the date that the divorce was actually, filed, which was February 19th. And a picture of that girl who I said was a white lady, but y'all said she wasn't white. I was like, child, was that real light-skinned lady who looked white. She posted that her story with him on March 30th. So either way, even if it wasn't a lot of time, he was saying at the end of the day, I was not with Fallon when any of these relationships started. I don't believe it, especially if it comes out that Porsha's pregnant, which everybody is speculating on. Bitch, I need to see some ab muscles. What is going on?
Well, Porsha posted today a photo of herself in the gym, and she's flat, So
I did see that.
But I do feel like let me take that advocate. I watched Tammy's video, who from Basketball Wives, and I like how Tammy brought up that on these shows, producers will make someone say they're friends of to bring someone on the show. So I'm gonna say from that aspect of, what if Porsha really did not know Fallon and she was just shooting a scene? Does that make it any less worse? Because we can say if she was only told to act as if they were friends to introduce Fallon, is she wrong for dating him later? And also, what I think happened with them is I think he did file for divorce in January. I think him and Porsha have been liking each other, and they have been messing around, dating since January. They did not make it official until April, because that's the only way I feel as if you can love someone within a month. It's before that y'all was like, you know what I'm saying, sort with each other. But I do feel like Porsha saying that they were not friends, I get that from the aspect of the show of how they are forced to say they know so and so and so and so and so and so. It doesn't make it wrong. I mean, it doesn't make it right with what she's doing. But can we blame her for dating someone who was, in her eyes, single? In her eyes, not my eyes, in her eyes. Single.
That's why everybody's going to be able to get over it eventually, because it's not as messy as it could have been. Okay? It could have been way messier than this if Fallon and that man was still in working it out when we found out that Porsha was fucking with him. But I still think she lying. I still think it's been going on longer than that.
It has.
I think it's filed for divorce. I think it's been probably around. He was still calling her his wife in January on his social media. So I do think whenever the divorce happened, the father of the divorce happened, he was then looking around for people. And I still could not. My thing was, I can't look at a man who I knew was married as single until like some time has passed. I do wish he would have at least, like, you could have kept dating him, not saying anything. Just like, okay, we just hanging out.
Girl,
and she accepted the engagement ring with him still being married. And I feel like with the divorce not being finalized, I feel like at any moment he could leave you and go back to his wife should they work things out. So then you'll be looking like a fool. I do feel like Porsha has been dealing with this man longer than a month. And the sad part is that even if it hasn't been, even if it's within the parameter of what she's saying, I still kind of believe that too. It doesn't make it look any better because you did the same thing with Dennis. Now, I was on Lovely T's video watching her video about Porsha and this guy, and she posted an image of Shamia taking a picture with Simon back in January when they were at Turks and Caicos, and and Porsha was there at the same time. It was a couple's trip. So that's what makes me think like, they could have been together around that time, and maybe Fallon had an issue with it or whatever. So he came out with the story of, her cheating. But also what I loved was that Layla Lynn went through the court documents, and she saw that he filed and retracted it in January. And then he ended up filing officially in February, and then they just settled whatever the financials or whatever, back in April or something like that. And then I guess they have time to finalize the divorce all the way out.
But wasn't Fallon on Candy's Speak on It in like March, and she wasn't saying they were divorcing or whatever, and it came out later on that it was going on. So I feel like on one level, everyone lying. Fallon was lying, Simon was lying, and Portia's lying. So I feel like everyone is focusing on Porsha because it's Porsha. But I feel like Fallon was saying they wasn't divorced, and they was. So that means to me something between Simon and Fallon was still going on for her to like deny that. So I'm like, but if it was a Porsha or that white lady or that lady in the car, like, it's not as if Simon don't look suspect. It's like he's like messing around with his wife. Because you were done with her, but still kind of messing with her. And now to be engaged and in love with Porsha, to me, it's like, y'all have been fucking around since probably at least January. I won't say last year, but I will say at least January.
That's
at least. And I still feel like if they were messing around in January, I just feel like it's still kind of messed up. And not just on Porsha's part, though, but I feel like primarily for real on him, because he knows he's still in this situation with his wife. Fallon did the Speak on It with Candy in March, and she didn't say anything about a divorce or whatever. And she even she had a ring on. She spoke on how Porsha and her are cool. She had no issue with Porsha or anything. In early April, I believe she did the sit down with the Jasmine brand, because between the time she had her Speak on It and the Jasmine brand interview, Toya was already putting her out there. And that's when she was like, we have our arguments like everybody else, we argue or whatever, but we always, come back. So that's what she was saying. She also had a separate interview where after the divorce came out, that she was saying that they were working on things. So I believe that they were, especially when I see how he moving. He was just with somebody in March. Then you get with Porsha. So I feel like he didn't know what the hell he wanted to do. And the retracting of the divorce paperwork in January really confirms that he was keeping his girl in limbo.
I read somebody said with Jay like this happened to her. How you know it hasn't? People, look, these are opinions, people. So it's not about me not wanting or trying to excuse Porsha. My point is, we can't make it seem as if Porsha's the only one who's doing wrong. And if the whole thing was Porsha fucking her husband, her friend's husband, isn't a true story. And the story is she's fucking with her co-worker's husband. We need to stay to that narrative. So my thing is, I'm not excusing Porsha at all, but we cannot act as if what she's doing is as far as we thought it was. Now that more things have came out, so the thing is, pay attention to the story and follow along. Sorry, y'all.
No, you're fine. You're fine. This has been a whole entire.
It's messy all the way around. On Porscha's side, on Simon's side, and on because Dennis. I feel like with Dennis and Simon really friends because why Dennis ain't said shit?
I don't know. Dennis don't give a damn now. He's like, you done took off my hands. I don't have to deal with this lady no more. That's all. That's
you can keep her.
I'm looking forward to next season of Real Housewives. Maybe they'll actually give now.
But even Porscha's special.
She got this show now.
What is the special even gonna be about? That's what I'm saying.
It's just for her life.
I think it mentioned
but they said it was stuff. Yeah, they said it was already in the works before this. So I don't think she got it because of this, because her Porsha show came out, it was being announced, Candy show was being announced, and like then of course the Housewives, Super People, whatever was being. So those were 3 new shows. So it's not as if she fucked Simon and that was the new show. It was already in the works for it, so they shooting it like next month.
Okay. Porsha definitely went to where the money resides, which is the reason why. Honestly, I feel like Fallon probably like, child, I was tired of him. I got my settlement package. I'm on my way, girl. If you want to get yours, go ahead and get it. Because a lot of times y'all don't realize it, but people be saying that they still married or their relationship is fine, and it really don't be. They just don't want to tell you. You know what I'm saying? And people be putting on airs for social media all the time.
Yeah, I heard he was with Fallon for less than 6 months before he married her. So Fallon know the drill.
Yeah,
he was married before he was with her. So
this is the fifth marriage or something like that. Dennis is, I mean, not Dennis. Dennis' daddy is for everybody low key. So if she want to marry that whole ass man, she can go ahead and do that. But this whole, I just don't like when y'all do that. What is she teaching her daughter? Like, I get that, but I don't like when people do that. Just I feel like essentially if her daughter eventually fucks her friend's man and marries him and he's worth $40 million, she'll be okay.
Porsha trying to teach her baby how to get a bag.
Get the money.
Okay, in a short amount of time.
That's why I truly think she's pregnant. She know them engagement rings don't secure nothing.
And she know I don't believe that post she posted on some damn back at it. Of course, she ain't been posting no shit about no damn back at it until people start talking about her pregnancy. Then she want to post this damn photo talking about some damn back at it. Ma'am, you've been
but let's see if that's real.
This whole relationship. We're not gonna sit up here and believe you've been working out for real. But we gonna see, because if she is pregnant, that is gonna mess up that whole 1 month thing that she's trying to say that they've only, you know.
If she's pregnant, that makes it more messy. Like, that means you was fucking raw too soon with that lady's husband. Now that would make it more messy than what it is. Like right now, it's just you fucking with your coworker's husband. That's wrong as fuck. That's where it is right now. However, if you pregnant by that lady's husband and they not divorced yet and you lying, that's fucked up. Go sit down, Porsha. I got my face, Porsha.
When did Kenya fuck one of her friends' husbands?
Thank you.
Who said that?
I was gonna say
they talking about when we gonna give Porsha the same energy we gave Kenya. I'm like, when did we give Kenya that energy for that? That never happened.
Right.
And if you're talking about when she got picked up by Apollo and the flirtation she was doing with him, excuse the fuck out of me, but that's a different situation. Like, you can say what you will.
I think what they're saying is that I think what they're trying to say is people drag Kenya for less. So now that Porsha's out here doing the most, they want her to be dragged in the same capacity.
Is she not being dragged?
And I thought she kind of was.
I thought she was being dragged.
I thought when I called her
dragging her. You thought who was being dragged?
Porsha. I thought Porsha was being dragged.
Yeah, she's being dragged.
There were some that's been in support of her. They've been in support of these whole antics.
I'm not. No, who was in support of any of this? This is the thing that makes me mad. No, I know not us, but this is the thing that makes me mad. Because we don't get up here and call somebody every funky hoe in the book, y'all like we are not going off about what they did, but essentially y'all need to understand we are not teenage boys, okay? Grown ass women, and we're not gonna get up here and be this angry about this type of situation because we all know somebody that's probably done something along these lines for less money.
Embarrassing.
You know, y'all have to realize where y'all are. That ain't how we read anybody in our own reviews. We don't do that. We have conversations about what's going on. We discuss what's going on. We not fuck that bitch. She ain't shit. That ain't what we do.
Not gonna get a Martell Holt response from us. I'm sorry. That's just not gonna happen. No. That's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get a Martell Holt dragging from us for this.
And why are people bringing Kenya up? The obsession.
Girl, them Kenyan fans would be crazy.
I feel them though. I do feel them.
You gotta be paying them.
I feel like
a lot of people care about Porsha.
I've been one of those people in the past because I could not stand Kenya, and I would drag her for every little thing that she does. So a lot of people just feel like, you know, now that y'all fan favorite is out here doing some stuff, and people been trying to tell y'all how she was. I guess they want y'all to come over to Team Twirl or something.
No, I made a joke and post.
We don't have to do that.
I made a joke and post this week, and I was like, Team Twirl, y'all ready for me?
Yeah, I saw that. Shani was so excited.
That was
but it's weird.
But the thing was, I said that because I was like, well, damn. Like, I just, to me, because I like Porsha, it's not like Porsha Kenya for me.
Yeah,
it's like Kenya gets on my nerves separately. And I know a lot of people look at it as Kenya Porsha, like either or. So people feel some type of way.
Everyone on this, all of us, maybe Niecy hasn't yet, but we've all made a video. The night that it happened, me and Jamie was both live reading Porsha. So I feel it, and I said to my thing, okay, now who being biased? Because I'm reading Porsha. I just do it in a way where I'm not saying bitch fuck it. I'm not doing all that because I like Porsha. She just did something fucked up, and when she did something fucked up, I called her out on it. But you can't get Kenya energy from me on Porsha. You can't because I'm not made that way. But I'm also not going to give Porsha a pass.
Y'all be making shit up.
I did 2 whole videos.
They be making shit up, talking about people was dragging Kenya last week for looking at Ralph. I'm like, who? Nobody here
at all. We didn't care about Ralph.
We even said that Drew was trying to make a thing out of nothing because that lady commented one time and said that her husband was attractive. Y'all could play if y'all want to, but the reason why Kenya was able to recognize Porsha's whole antics is because she sees them within herself. Be clear. Be clear that just because she got a husband now, don't think that grown-ass woman with all of that titties and ass been walking around being too legit to quit as far as her relationships were concerned. Don't think that because that's bullshit. Just because it wasn't on the show, don't mean Kenya ain't the type of person that has done something similar or along those lines in the past. That's all.
One thing I do want to say is that we get the same commentary every week talking about Kenya, and I just think it's so funny because like we all, I don't know, Ty always feels like we have the same opinion, but you always watch the videos. But I think it's very funny how they debate for Kenya in the comments every week. It's just funny
every week.
Thank
that
you.
They don't know you and when send flowers to your funeral and you spending your time arguing with people over shit. Ain't nobody even talking about Kenya. This is not about Kenya.
Right.
This is not about Kenya. It's about Porsha.
Why don't y'all go to Mark page? Go to Mark. Go to Mark and have him go back to his wife. If y'all want to fight for Kenya with her husband. Don't fight with her for us.
See, that
get her husband back.
Kenya just not realized that what she did with Phaedra and Apollo was some fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she just not realized that. We do not debate. I don't debate for Porsha.
We're not debating for Porsha. We're discussing what happened.
That's the point. People think that if you don't debate for Kenya, then you debate for Porsha, and that's you guys. You gotta have multiple.
Kenya ain't shit to talk about.
Maybe it could just be Jay Lee kind of mentioned this earlier in the
Kenya did not been apologized. That happened recently. I'm sorry. That happened recently. Don't do that.
When we're all in alliance on the same things, I think they may prefer to see a debate. So I think that's probably why they may hop in the comments and say some things at times.
That's fair. I like when they hop in the comments and do stuff.
But then when we debate, y'all be in this bitch like, oh my God, mommy and daddy arguing.
What was getting too serious?
And we be laughing in private chat.
It was fun until you guys started arguing.
It's like, no, y'all have to look. This is the thing. Our panel was really about we're trying to make sure that we're giving conversation. Okay, we're talking about what's going on. If y'all want to hear people cussing, fussing, and not really having any kind of conversation, don't come here. But you can't come here and see how we talking. Why this is what we do every Thursday. Every Thursday, you see it. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't.
Yeah.
This is
Game of Thrones, I guess. Just
I just wanted to go through the photos again before they go away. Now I will say I was listening to I think it was Erica De Niro. I was listening to somebody's channel and they posted a clip and I forgot all about this where Candy called out Porsha years ago for wanting to sleep with two ladies' husbands. And I was like, I don't even remember this had I not seen the clip.
Oh, I don't remember. But I remember when Claudia. I remember when Claudia said she was sleeping with a married African. And he bought her that car she got after she broke up with Cordell, and she had showed up with some nice, big, expensive car. And everybody was like, how she got that car? And it was like some African bought her that car. That might have been a car she was getting in when she was calling Kenya Ashy.
Do y'all wonder, because I do wonder this, I wonder if Porsha could have possibly known Simon a long time ago, kind of like Fallon knew him for 5 years.
I think so.
They say Atlanta is small and that most people like kind of know of each other, whatever. They may not like know, but like again, I know the restaurant and owners him and I know of him, but I don't know him. I do think it could have been that, and that could have been the reason, because she brought up how, but that's what Porsha said, that the restaurant she go to, the owner Simon, she know him, she met his wife. That's what they tell on the show. So I do think she knew of that man for a while. She could have knew him before Fallon married him.
I knew.
But I feel like so,
that was we smashed fist bump, but just me in front of people, I'm shook. So I'ma just
keep it cute.
That's what it was. Like, don't do nothing extra.
All right, don't put your hand on my ass. All right.
Yes.
Y'all.
It definitely gave a vibe. I'ma just say that she need to be lucky that the attention wasn't towards her during the season, because I sure in the fuck would have liked to see what would happen if Fallon had found out that they was fucking while they was all in the house on the Halloween party, bitch. That would have been gold.
I wonder if Fallon found out around the reunion time, because she was the only friend besides Tim
that didn't show up.
And
another thing, I think she did know, because y'all know they said today that there were other housewives that knew about that shit before it happened, before the reunion. That she
didn't know about Porsha until the day that the information dropped, or like Sunday. That's when they started promoting.
What happened? Yeah, you're right. She unfollowed Porsha first on that Sunday.
So it makes me wonder, did she really know? Or did she have some, if Kenya knew, she knew. If Kenya knew about this and her and Fallon,
she would have said something.
She knew this.
But Kenya said on her speak on it. Kenya said on her speak on how she and Fallon are cool and they hang out more now. So I do wonder if Kenya knew.
I think Kenya might have known. I think all of them might. Honestly, by the time they were all sitting down, I think everybody knew what the fuck was going on, but they knew they needed to keep that shit under wraps and that they needed to not say anything, because there was nothing in the storyline that would have supported it. It would have looked crazy. It would look crazy if they would have brought that shit up at the reunion show with no like basis for it. You know what I'm saying? But Marlo definitely knew. Candy definitely knew. And there was an energy that Porsha had, like, I know you hoes are mad, but you can't do anything about it. There was an energy about Porsha, even at the reunion, that felt like, if y'all don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. So
it's gonna be good next season.
I mean, the energy she has right now is hilarious. That's another thing, y'all. That's another. Yeah, she does it. And I think it's hilarious, honestly, because people are so upset about it. And she's just like, oh, God's grace shining down on my face right now. Just like me.
And she been laughing at the memes and everything.
Yes.
And I was like, girl.
She know they ain't gonna make
it. Yeah, it did make me feel like, bitch, you're just doing this for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know
like, bitch, I'm ready to be Porsha versus everybody next season. Bitch, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Good night. I'm gonna be Jamie versus all y'all hoes, so I can watch and see what the hell going on, and then make a decision later in the season. Who team I baby y'all. But I did not like Adrian, and y'all tell me y'all thoughts about this. I really didn't like what Adrian Ballon said on The Real, and she was heavily in support of Porsha, and she said that these ladies weren't friends. Now I'm just gonna give y'all a quick scenario how Lonnie was about to give her. I just felt like if you brought somebody onto our show quite a few times, onto our panel, and I'm familiar with this woman and I see that she has a man or whatever, I don't know if they're going through any differences or whatnot, but for me, I see that he's attached to this woman. I wouldn't feel comfortable stepping out, dating this man. You know what I'm saying? If I'm familiar with this lady, I wouldn't feel comfortable because I feel like that'll be messy and that'll bring back mess to the panel and that'll make us look away. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was a messy move. I don't know if Porsha should have kept it more quiet, but she probably should have because it looks really messy. But
I don't know, y'all. That's not a good analogy for me.
Everybody used to
give me a better one. Give me a better one.
I think the coworker thing is better because, you know, just that if we brought somebody on a panel ever so often, that don't mean I know that bitch. And if I saw her husband somewhere, that don't mean I would know that that's her husband. But even if I did, if they was breaking up and that nigga was fine enough and I was feeling them and I don't really know her like that, but she been on the show a couple of times, that don't mean, like, I used, you know how it is. We work in news. People come on the show. That don't mean you fucking know them people.
Well, you know what?
That's
that
my point.
There says people, everybody watching, to each his own.
Yeah.
What one may do, another may not.
But that's why I say coworker is different. Because coworker is
who the person is.
More personal to me. Being around somebody, like she actually went to their house. She was in that lady's pool. She was like, to me, that's what makes it so like this shit right here that y'all were befriending each other. Like, unless they in on it together, and that's what I really do feel like. Because Fallon really does not seem to be bothered by this shit at all. It may be hurtful behind the scenes, excuse me, but if she wanted to let everybody know that she was bothered, she could have got up there and said a whole bunch of things without saying anything. And she didn't. So that makes me feel like maybe it really was just like a situation where, girl, I'm over it. So what the fuck ever. You can have his wet belly slapping against you, doing his business on top of you from now on. Because I'm tired of him doing his business on top of me.
I think the difference is, one, the timing of it, because again, they just filed for divorce, and how Porsha don't know him that long. So I think it seems bad, but I do agree with what was the line. Whoever said that, if it's an acquaintance of the show, you know, someone who pop on here and there. You don't, I don't know you, but I know of you. Y'all break up. Is it wrong? I don't think it is, because again, that's not my friend, and we not in personal situations together.
And there's not enough eligible dick out here for us to be out here like, no, but I kind of know. No.
I'm really meaning in terms of, let's say Niecy was out and we had this same reoccurring guest. You know what I'm saying? For like 2 months. And that's what I'm talking about. I wouldn't feel comfortable because could
any of us then be with her in person? With you. Yeah, for me, like I said before, I can't not see someone as that person's spouse when they getting divorced. Like if it's a year later or 2 years later, and I know you for 2 months on a show, I may date your ex-husband. But again, I didn't know you. It's been 2 years. It's 2 years later. I might date your ex-husband because again, you wasn't my friend. We worked together on a show for 2 months, and y'all divorced. I wasn't around. It was like if Porsche would have waited a year or two, I would not have seen an issue with it, because again,
you're right.
It's not an issue for me. And again, Fallon wasn't on the show long enough for them to even build any kind of bond.
I keep telling y'all, I don't know that lady, so I can't even really feel that bad on her behalf because I don't know that lady.
Yeah, so I can see that, but Porsche moved too quick behind the divorce filing to make us not seem messy. But
and again, I don't think it's gonna last.
It's not.
I don't think it's gonna last. Like, I'd be so surprised if they actually get married, y'all. So it's like everybody spend all of their time being upset about some shit that's momentary as fuck.
And see, that's what gives me storyline again, because she know we tired of hearing about Dennis. and y'all on this marking Kenya and not really knowing what y'all finna do. So now you got to introduce somebody else that's going to have another up and down and what y'all finna do. So, I mean, she definitely secured the bag on that one.
Somebody just said,
I heard she did the same thing because when she got with him, they're saying that he had a wife anyway. So she could be quiet.
Because she was engaged for what? She was with her first fiance for like 5 or 6 years. 10.
Well, let me Santiago.
They broke up, and then she was engaged, I think, a year later. But they say that her husband now was like fresh off the divorce.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. And they moved quick too. A commenter just said, "I like how y'all speaking on the topic versus another channel I watch calling Porsha a hoe every other word. I don't agree with Porsha, but they had me defending her. I think that's the difference between talking about something and just being all crazy. Because we just talking about it, y'all. So that was Nikki Alexander.
I also think, at least for myself personally, I always want to be real enough to say that we all like be in moments where we be making bad decisions, where we be fucking up, where we be with the wrong person, where, you know, we sold ourselves short or didn't have the most confidence or made the wrong decisions in a partner, whatever. But like, people go through things and make mistakes in life. And I'm just saying, like, based off what I've seen, what I've done, what I've been through in my life, and I don't have enough energy to be clocking somebody's pussy like that. Like, oh, you are no. All women have their moments. Everybody has a moment, and not even all women, all people, period, have their moments. Okay. So I just firmly believe that it's fucked up, and you could say that's not something I would do, but I'm not about to get up here and degrade and demean that lady for what she doing with her kitty cat. That ain't got shit to do with me.
Yeah, she's still trifling though.
She is.
Yeah. We all agree on that.
No, we're here. We're here.
Because personally, we all agree. Okay, we all
are.
I'm just saying.
I still feel like they want something more from us that we're not.
I get yes. We're not gonna like cuss her out down to the ground. But I'm still looking at her crazy as hell.
Absolutely. I said the shirt that says I'm judging.
I'll meet you at the club. Don't come pick me up from the house, bitch. I'll meet you out there at the club. You can't come to my house.
Embarrassing. I saw a lot of people saying that you know, we should, you know, a lot of people should stop judging Porsha. A lot of y'all out here judging her. Y'all should stop. She put her life out there for everyone to know. She's a socialite. She know people are going to discuss it. They're going to talk about it. And for you people saying that, then I want you guys to stop commenting on every single thing you see on the Shade Room in the neighborhood talk. But y'all always have something to say about what's going on with somebody else's life. So then just, you know, moonwalk to the back a little bit on those, and then you don't have to, you know, worry about anything else. But if they put it on display and open for conversation, here's the gag. She didn't have to explain anything to us, yet she chose to do so.
Okay.
So
she chose to.
They both did. They both gave it
at multiple times.
Long paragraphs.
Multiple times. Paragraphs.
He came out and spoke on it too. Talking about he want to travel and everything. I'm like, okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. Y'all ready to go ahead and move on to some other couples? Couples, let's go ahead and move on over. Guys, follow us right on over to a couples retreat. Okay, a few things happened. You know, they got the medium to come by, the medium LaCara, because I'm skipping right to it. They got her to come by, and right off the bat, she was able to pinpoint some things. Now, everybody was really skeptical of her until she started calling out some true tea about Kirk's mom passing away, and then she called out the miscarriage of Rashida and how that baby was with Kirk's mom. She also she also spoke on Ray J and Prinky, and that kind of had me hollering when she
that baby ain't my baby.
And it's crazy because she said she never even talked to Ray J about this fact that she was pregnant, like 8-10 years ago, and the baby passed at like 8 weeks or something, and Ray J never knew about it. And then said that the baby came back, the soul is back in your second child. And Ray J was like, oh, no.
That baby ain't my baby. That can't be no other nigga baby.
He was like, that's fucked up. I was like, oh boy,
gonna be my baby. What kind of shit is that? That's you saying it like it's real, and it's not, because how another nigga baby gonna be inside my baby? Yeah, nah. He's funny to me, but I also feel like even in church, I feel like they, you know, sometimes have the belief that, you know, black people say all the time, child, you know, that sure do look like your grandmother, that sure do look like your grandfather, and, you know, children that come after those people have passed. But personally, I feel like shit like that happens all the time. If a person is meant to have a child and they either have an abortion or they have a miscarriage, sometimes if they get pregnant again, it'll be the exact same gender. It'll be like I've said before, I had a friend who miscarried twins in high school, and then like maybe 5 or 6 years later, after having one child, she came back and had those same twin boy and girl children again. And my sister was pregnant with a boy, miscarried, and then some years later, not even that many years, like maybe two, 3 years later, got pregnant again and had my little nephew. And the first time it was a boy. So, you know, like to me, I feel like that definitely happens. When I think souls are trying to get here, sometimes the physicality of it doesn't always work out, but they like, nah, bitch, we getting there. So we just gonna try again. Okay. I really do believe that. So for me, it wasn't that big of a deal. Also, the lady is from New Orleans. So that's like another thing that I think she lives in Atlanta, but she's from New Orleans.
I found her story. Yes.
Listen, I'm gonna have to give me a reading on the video chat, bitch. I need a reading. Come tell me about the dead people you see floating around me, because I know they there. I thought she read the shit out of everybody. But the thing about Rashida and Kirk, though, Rashida and Kirk surprised me because it made me feel, when she kept saying the baby did what it meant to do, it made me feel like that probably helped their relationship out. So like, picture them going through it again. You know what I'm saying? Trials, tribulations, and she ended up getting pregnant, and it might have been on bullshit, and then she ends up losing a baby. And the way Kirk is, even though he's an asshole, I think he loves all of his kids, especially his kids with her. So he would have felt the loss of that. And then she would have felt the loss of that. And that might have brought them closer. So when the lady was saying, you know, that baby did what it came here to do, it didn't need to fully come to term. It did what it meant to do. It might have been something that helped their relationship. So, you know, the thing that bothered me about the show is there are a lot of things happening, but we're not getting all of the backstory. Or, you know, we're missing out on things where I feel like they will really, you know, be a good show if they would just put it all out there on the table.
Yeah.
I cried when I saw that. When she started talking to them about that miscarriage and stuff, I just started crying. I kind of started to feel a way about Kirk, because I felt like, get up. Like when you see your wife getting up from the table, there shouldn't be a hesitation or anything.
Right.
Get up.
Kirk,
and when he went over to her,
because I don't want to cry.
Yeah, it was like he was unsincere, but I had to understand as he was talking, his voice was getting a bit shaky. I feel like he was trying to comfort her the best way that he really knows how. So it makes me feel like Kirk has some type of blockage up, which prevents him from not only consoling his wife the best way, you know, that she needs, but also giving her the time that she needs to away from, you know, work and stuff like that. So he got some type of blockage or something going on. I don't know if it happened after his mom passed or something, but I ain't really like that scene.
To me, Kirk act like somebody who mama may not have been there for him at the beginning. Because he definitely has some mommy issues with the way he treats Rashida, the way he got Rashida at an early age, that training thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me that a man that's like 26, 27, 8, whatever years old getting with a 19-year-old is not trying to train her. Because to me, as a grown person, the men that I've been around when we were in our late 20s, they did not want to fuck with no 18, 19-year-old girl. That's weird. I don't care what anybody says.
I agree. Another thing I ain't like that he did was when she cried and said, "I'm sorry." I wanted him to say, "No, you don't have to say you're sorry for crying about something that happened to you." You know what I'm saying? It happened to me too. But you know, it was a cute moment. They let us in on a little bit, but like Bondi said, I feel like they do miss out on a lot of, or we are missing out on a lot of stuff surrounding the couples. The other thing was the fact that Mike and Rada confirmed, as after the medium knew and confirmed that pregnancy was happening, and they confirmed that she's pregnant. And now it makes sense why she was trying to hold on to this thing. I was like, girl, let this man go.
To me, that don't make no sense. I feel like you came on the show to fix it, but you left him because he would not settle down with just you. You come on the show, he still won't settle down with just you. I feel like what you fighting for, because he's told you time and time again what he don't want to do. And I'm like, he know you pregnant. It's one thing if he did not know and he still, you know, thinks was going to he know you pregnant with his baby. He still is saying, I'm not going to be with just you. I feel like the fact that she's still trying to fix it is a waste of time. Just accept him for what he is, because you fight the losing battle. Because I would have assumed he didn't know, and that's why he was being that way. I'm like, oh, he knows she pregnant, and he's still being this way. Why y'all here?
Right.
I would have left.
Selfish as hell.
But I think she doesn't want to leave because she mentioned that her biggest fear is being a single mom. So this is her only option to not be a single mom, is try to convince him and force him to, I guess, be the way that she wants him to be, which is monogamous.
What is dumb? He gonna have sister wives. It's like she put herself in a situation. You got pregnant you was with a man for 2 years who would not commit to just you. Y'all then got pregnant together, and you are trying to still force him to do the one thing he has never wanted to do. I feel like it would be different if they got into the relationship at first, which is them two. He then switched during that time. You know what? I want to do this. Do you? She then said, yeah. And now she wants to go back to how it used to be. You came into this relationship as one of his side bitches who was promoted to a consistent bitch.
Right.
While still having other bitches. I'm like, this has never been a relationship. Truthfully. He has fucked you more than he fucks them. And now y'all add the baby to it. And when he brought up how, I'm happy she's pregnant because now I can be, like a hands-on dad now. And I'm looking like, but you won't even commit to the baby's mama.
Not at all.
It don't make sense to me.
He needs to go to therapy for real to deal with the issues he's dealing with from that mom and from the dad. Like, it's a lot of abandonment and hurt and resentment that Michael makes jokes about and uses women to try to cover up. But you can tell he has some real issues that he needs to deal with.
Yeah, I agree.
I 1000%. Yeah, I agree with that. It makes me wonder, like, dang, you don't like women because of what your mama did or something? You out here being disrespectful as hell?
I wonder what his life was like when the mama took all of them away from the daddy. I feel like he's been through probably some kind of trauma that he's locked away, and his comedy helps him not talk about it. Because you will see little bits of him saying, yeah, my mom, like the whole story he told us. I felt like he probably didn't mean to tell that, but seeing how all the guys were like, okay, we can't do this or that. He realized, okay, could this be the reason because of what he's went through? I do think if they had him on some kind of consistent show, it may help him explore himself more and become better. So I wouldn't mind if him and Rada was on some other kind of show, but only if it's going to be like real shit going on, not no fake ass, I'm a comedian, I'm going to crack jokes the whole time and that's it. No, I need some realness from it.
I agree. So that's all that really happened on Couples Retreat that we care to fully discuss. We're going to go ahead and move over to Pose. Let's go ahead and talk about Pose. We got a little bit of a flashback. We went back to 78 and what was it, 82, the late 70s and the early
autumn years. Early years.
So this episode was primarily about the trunk, and we learned about Elektra being on the streets and how she ended up having Blanca, Lulu, and Candy as her kids. Later on, we see her while she's out on the streets where she connects with, what's his name, Cubby, Angel, and Lamar. And Angel and Lamar happens to be cousins. We also get the chance to see her dynamics with her mom and how her mom really hated her lifestyle. Her mom wanted her to be Dwayne. That's how she gave birth. That's who she gave birth to. That's what she wanted. She was very, in my opinion, I felt like she was kind of abusive the way she was pulling on him and snatching her hair. Yeah. I was like, that's a lot. So I love that Elektra was able to level up and was like, I've taken enough abuse. I won't let nobody on the streets disrespect me, and you're not gonna do it either. I was like, you better boss up and get out there.
Okay.
And left her there. In the end of it all.
Yeah, well, mother dear.
Okay. Yeah. And put that tie that hair up, baby, and skipped on down the road.
I just didn't get it. Dwayne, where? Son, where? When she said Dwayne, I was like, where?
You're in denial, Mom. You're in denial.
That's your daughter.
And it sucked to see Cubby's mom not be there, another black mama not be there for their child, and here it is. And it's like, y'all supposed to what kind of energy? What is this? Okay.
I always say that I don't understand. I don't understand kicking your kids out into this world, especially like Black and Latina kids. People are already looking for reasons to harm and, throw our kids in jail and shit. And they can easily get arrested for sleeping on, a park bench if somebody felt like fucking with them at any time in New York. So I just kind of felt like, to me, it's always been so fucked up that parents will like, I don't care if you live or die because you're not showing up the way I would like you to. Even if you wasn't always happy about it, throwing them out into the street just always felt like such a you shouldn't have been a parent moment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think a lot of people have kids and don't know they should not be parents. I think so many people think it's easy. And I like when Electra told Cubby's mom when he passed away how you can't blame yourself because no one knows how to raise a gay child. So I feel like people, as we are adults, we feel like, how do you not know this is wrong? Because having kids don't come with a blueprint. So how you feel, you don't realize how fucked up it is because you are in the midst of it. And I love how towards the end of the episode, when they go back to talk to the mom or whatever, and how the mama issue was, I wanted a boy because I wanted a boy to protect me.
To take care of me.
But then
I was like, bitch, that's not why you have kids.
But I think her thinking that was fine. I think what Electra then said, no one would have touched you if I was here. You wanted someone to protect you. That could have still been me as Electra. But her mom was so focused on Dwayne, she didn't get. You had to protect her the whole time, and had you nurtured that side of her, you could have been protected the whole time. But you chose to not do right. But again, as she said, people don't know how to parent gay children. I think now there's more help, information, and like parenting groups that can help you, understand things. So I do think now it should be easier for people to deal with things or whatever, where it may not have been back then. Because I can admit, I feel like it's understandable for a person to have to deal with and have their feelings about a child they birth changing. We have to give them the same grace of accepting that as we give a person the grace to change. And so many people want to be accepted for what they've had a chance to digest, but the parent may not have had time to do that yet because they're in shock. And I'm not making an excuse. I'm just talking it out. But I do think there's no guide to parenting. There's no guide to life.
No, I feel you, but I definitely feel like that mom started off wrong by having a child because she didn't want anybody to leave her. Like, no, like that was unhealthy from jump.
Yeah, I was just about to say it added another layer. So the first thing that I noticed is the accent of Electra's mom.
Island.
Yeah. Okay, can y'all hear me? Okay. Yeah. She had an island accent, so I felt like that was an interesting perspective. And then the next layer is women who have children and they end up trying to make their sons their man. So it was two whole layers to that. And I was like, wow, I'm glad y'all dug. Because throughout the show, they've always been very forgiving of the mothers, especially whenever somebody passes, because it's like you didn't know, you didn't have a playbook, just like Jay Lee was saying. But it's a whole nother thing when you see the abuse with that comes from having parents who really don't understand. Like Electra could have been first generation. Like, you think I came to America for you to do this? That's probably what she was thinking. So I just think Pose does a good job storytelling. I like learning more about Electra.
It was a great episode. Even seeing how she became a mother to her children. How she realized, okay, I gotta sell my stuff because we can't be out here. I can't have my kids out on these streets sucking dick for money. I can do that as a mama, but I can't have it. We don't have no food in the house. It ain't nobody. We can't do anything. So I think even seeing because Electra season 1 was harsh. She was a little bit mean or whatever. She didn't care. But I think this was like the beginning of her loving her kids. And I love seeing that and her just being resilient. How the trunk took her from her mama's house, her own house, and then the whole trunk part being now in Blanca's house with the whole dead body, and then seeing Blanca having to be her daughter and get the trunk out of Electra's house, bring it in Christopher, and him helping them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, he said, let's bury this body. I was like, okay, like I know that smell. That's a damn, but I know that ain't no. I love the fact that he was like, trust me. I ain't going nowhere. And when he said, when you told me you had HIV, did I leave? She said no. I'm like, look, he there for you. I
It
love
low
seeing
key
like
feel
new
very
family.
fairy tale like.
Everything.
It low key.
It do.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if first of all, if a trans woman would have found love, it probably wouldn't have been with somebody who was a fucking doctor. It probably would have been with somebody that barely kept a job and then low-key abused the trans lady because they felt bad about being with one. Like, it's the fucking 90s and y'all acting like somebody is supposed to be this progressed in their mindset about walking around with a trans woman and then talking to their parents about it. I was just kind of like, this, even though I would like to hope that there are instances where people really were like this back then, because those people had to be there in order for us to get to the place where we are now, where we are more accepting and just knowledgeable about how people are treated and how it's hard for trans women to get jobs if they get clocked. And so how the fuck am I supposed to take care of myself? And then I'm forced into fucking people for money. So like even that conversation being had with Christopher, who's been around trans people and had no idea what they go through and why you would be walking around in your life with a dead body just because you don't want somebody to put you in jail for something that you didn't do. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that it was just a lot of fairy tale, but at the same time, because it's so fucked up, I'm gonna allow it. Because in general, the time period, what people had to go through was fucked up.
Do you think when they had Candy of the season, well, whatever she was on, season 2, I think. Do you think the reason they're trying to give Blanca this fairy tale story because we've already seen them go through the hardships? Because when Candy got killed because the John didn't want to be seen with her, I feel as if they have already shown us how degraded they were treated and how harsh it was for them. So in my opinion, I think that's the reason why Blanca is getting this fairy tale, because again, we know how hard it is. So why not show someone at that point in time had happiness and someone at that point in time had something good, because they've already,
because someone had to.
Well, remember,
yeah. So I think that's why they kind of did that.
Angel's dude was about to leave his wife for her. Remember?
I do remember that.
Oh yeah,
I do remember that. That was the first season.
He didn't. Yeah, but he stayed. But he stayed with the wife, right?
Yeah, because she told him that you don't want this life with me, basically.
Right.
Be on your own.
So she could get her fairy tale either. But even how, with Electra season 1 with Stabler, how that didn't work out. So I think each season we've seen things that did not work out for some of them in one way or the other. And I think Blanca's been through so much, they want to give her a good ending because it's like it's the last season. And I do just feel like, okay, it may be a doctor, someone who like tends to a little bit spicy. So I like how they're not making it so dark. So no one can want to be with her because of the age and her being trans. I can appreciate that because I feel like somebody in the 90s and 80s, you know what I'm saying, fucked a doctor. And then he helped her bury her body. Or,
Taking part of the roller coaster, y'all.
And it could all fall down.
I will be crushed.
Y'all think, speaking of that roller coaster going up, coming down, y'all think that they're going to find their body?
No.
Okay. I was wondering
how he explained the acid and stuff, doing all. I think that was a good part about Blanca being with him, was because he was going to be their saving grace. Because had they not been with him, who knows what they would have done with their body? Because again, they've been keeping it around for the past how many years, to where as soon as they got out of her house, it smelled horrible. Okay, and then so I think he like, no, you need my help because I know I'm a doctor. I know how to do whatever. But even the ending of him calling in the favor to get Electra off, and her like, how can I ever repay him? And the fact that she felt like no one would do me a kindness that I wouldn't have to repay, and I can't repay someone getting me off with the mayor or whatever, whoever he was, Giuliani. Mm-hmm. And I felt like Blanca, like, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? He's not just some dude. That's my man, and you good. And Electra feeling like, okay, I don't owe somebody.
Right.
I can be okay with not owing somebody. And I like that.
I'll put that last scene, my daughter's going to nursing school. My daughter. I was just kind of like, help Dominique with the dialogue sometimes, though. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
I mean, when she was on the damn Legendary show, her ass is craziness. She's different in real life.
Cocaine comes to mind. I'm gonna let it go.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Did y'all watch Legendary? Y'all didn't watch it.
So what?
Did y'all watch Legendary?
I did.
Or y'all didn't watch
haven't seen it.
Did y'all see that new show that was coming out? I think we might have sent it. Somebody sent it in the group.
Run the World.
Which one?
I think it's the one with competition between houses. It looks like Meg Thee Stallion is a guest judge on there.
That's what she talking about.
That's Legendary. Me and Bonnie watched it.
That's Legendary. Well, how long has it been on?
Well, season 1 came on, I guess maybe last year, whatever. So I watched season 1, and season 2 just started like the past 2 weeks. This is only like 10 episodes. What's like 9 episodes in the first season, like 45 minutes or whatever. And then this season, with 4 episodes are out so far. But Dominique, who plays Electra, was a judge on there, and me and Bonnie, y'all know what's up and talking, and she was like, I don't know if it was cocaine, if it was weed, if it was crack, I don't know, but she was on one. Like, so it was crazy. It comes on HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what days it come on, because again, the first 3 episodes came out last week, and then 1 more came out today. So I don't know if it comes out like every Thursday. But it's it's like the balls, and each house battles each other, and they have like good costumes like being made by like professionals. So it's not like on post where they have to make their own stuff or pay for their own stuff. They have to come up with a concept, and their concept can be executed. But again, if your concept is shitty, it's on you. So they have like guest judges or whatever. It's good. It's entertaining because seeing them like Vogue, do the little floor work, whatever, all that shit. It's a good, little kiki. I like it.
Watch it.
The fashions of it all.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch it.
Okay, Legendary. Well, we're about to go ahead and move on over to a new favorite show, Jocelyn's Cabaret. And then
Girls Night Out.
You said what, DC?
Girls Night Out.
Okay. Before we get into the Cabaret show, I just want to highlight how good Jocelyn looked in this all white. I thought she was so
She looked amazing.
Her makeup and everything. I was like, whoever is doing her makeup is doing a great job. And I was wondering if we were gonna continue to get different looks each episode. So I was happy to see that. Okay, she's giving us something else, and she's been laid. Hair been laid. She's been looking real good.
I love the slight yaki texture that she's been wearing. She ain't been wearing nothing that's too like straight.
Yes.
I'm like, yes, I need to get some because I had a wig for a little bit, and when I put it on, I felt weird because it was so silky. So I like that natural blowout.
Definitely not a $2 hoe. Definitely not a $2
yeah.
Not a $2 hoe. Jocelyn said she was selling her handmade. I didn't catch it the first time I was there. When I watched it the second time, I was screaming. She was like, y'all need to get y'all a handmade shirt. I was like, I can't wait to me one.
I think that's a fun. That would never not be funny. Hey, May. I was like, I'm in the shirt and pants, Jocelyn. I was like, girl,
she got me saying, I see you got blah 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 like you always do. I say that for everything now. I see you like you always do.
So let's go ahead and get into Miss Blowfish Barbie, who decided to leave, right? And we can see where Boss Tech and Chanel, they found out that she had packed all her stuff up. So they ran to Miss Jocelyn to let her know, like, hey, your girl is gone. Jocelyn's completely confused. Like, everything was good the night before between Barbie and Lucky, because they kind of made up and they were teaching her dance routines and everything. So they thinking like everything's all good, right? Well, no, she got her stuff packed up. We learned that she has an obsession with Jocelyn, and Jocelyn, what do you mean? What you mean obsession? What you talking about? And they said, girl, when she got down on the floor to kiss your feet, that's what we talk about. She's like obsessed with you. Another thing that made her want to leave was Miss Yummy, right? They feel as though Yummy kind of got a little irate a little bit that night before, and Yummy said that she can go off or snap off on everybody or something like that, and that put a little bit of fear into Miss Barbie. But I feel like Barbie could have just used that as an excuse because she wanted to leave anyway. Her mission was done, and I feel like she just used the Yummy situation as an excuse. She was full of shit. But I was glad she left, though. I was glad she packed her up and she went ahead.
But don't Yummy seem like she do be on some weird stuff?
For sure.
I can see that.
That was a dumb reason to leave. But Yummy do seem like
Yummy is weird.
She is, but I like her.
Yeah, right. She's like a weird, likable person. Like
she has her moments. When she was talking about, jealous people that just jealous of Boss Tech, I was like, nah, girl.
Yeah. Now mother and Boss Tech put herself in that fight. It got her wig snatched. Girl.
She sure did.
So shortly after that, we see Jocelyn go ahead and decide to give Miss Thang a call because she on the phone with Blowfish Barbie, and she's just
what you come back like a bitch ass, you stupid asshole? What you come back like a bitch ass, you stupid ass bitch? Oh, sorry, y'all. I had to do it. This was my favorite part of the episode.
I loved it. At first, I thought she wasn't on the phone. I was like, Jocelyn ain't on that phone. I had to rewind it, and then I saw her press end. I said, no. I think she really was on the phone with somebody. Okay, she was talking to her. So Jocelyn, before we get to her throwing the bags out, I want to get to the conversation that Lexi Blow, Chanel, Boss Tech, and Lucky was having. Boss Tech and Chanel said that they were really upset that Barbie was up and left like that. And Lexi Blow was like, y'all didn't know, y'all the ones that be closer with her. Y'all didn't know anything about this. And Boss Tech said, nah, we didn't know. Like, that's why we were upset. Like, we were mad because we didn't know anything about this. And that's when Lexi Blow was like, well, girl, y'all can't be mad. You've been running up behind her ass from the beginning. You saw how she was moving anyway. So you can't be mad that she was going to around and move with you like that. And I agree. I can appreciate her letting her know that. So shortly after that, that's when we saw Hustling get ready to throw these bags out. She was like, I'm done. I'm over it. She gets these bags and she threw them just down the stairs. They weren't moving quick enough for her though, but she got them all down the stairs. Then she goes back to the ladies to let them know that Barbie is on some FS. She's sick of Barbie. She's never welcome back to this house. She said she don't know if the lady, what she said, bipolar. I don't know if she bipolar or she got some other issues going on. And she has to come and pick up her stuff. Now, when she come pick her stuff up, she don't even get out the car because she's scary as hell. She don't get out the car. She got a whole nother man get out and get all her stuff for her. The girls come outside busting splits and everything on her ass, and she stayed in the car. But this is what was the gag for me. This right here, what she said in the confessional. Talking about it's all good. You know, they think I'm weak or whatever, but I just want to see what they're going to do with the reunion. And that's on Barbie, period. And I said, they're going to beat your ass at the reunion.
On God.
Yeah. You know, you standing behind security like this. But standing behind
y'all already know what I'm about, bitch. You already know what I'm about. Okay, I got kids. You already know what it's in for with me, bitch. You already know.
Okay, you already know. Okay.
Like, bitch, you gotta suck dick for your bank. You ain't taking that much bank.
Right.
She had a couple episodes when she said Barbie she said something like Barbie is a hoe. We don't just suck dick. she was like, we don't just do that. We talented too.
Listen, because we all suck dick, but we have to add other things to it. We can't just be sucking dick. That's not enough.
Just hilarious. So let's get into the sit down with Sapphire, Big Lex, Chanel, and Jocelyn. Y'all,
it was the dog between
trying to find a friend now. Okay, and I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't even mad at the fact that Chanel got up there and took it because I felt like Chanel was trying to fight other people over Barbie. Now you ain't got her. And now you're getting these snacks. And I said, where the fuck did you get these Scooby snacks from?
First of all, bitch, where's the dog? Where's the dog? Like, are you eating Scooby snacks, Sapphire? Is that why you have that in your bag? Are you that poor, my girl?
Those could have been her snacks.
You could go get you a snack for all of this, sis.
Sapphire was whack to me for that. Ain't that her name? Sapphire?
Yeah. I feel like she was doing way too much. I feel like she do way too much most of the time. Even though I like her, I still feel like, bitch, you are way too angry. And I'm scared for your children. Because if you respond to them this way, them poor children are being emotionally abused by you, bitch.
I'm not fussing with somebody because they want to follow behind somebody else. Like, let her follow behind a big face and leave. And I feel like
and leave.
Chanel is a follower, and she's an alcoholic, and she's always drunk. But I feel like
so she gonna be
Karen,
gone eventually, just off her stomach, and leave.
Just
she needs to go sit down somewhere because she don't do much anyway.
Jocelyn said she didn't like her stomach.
She did. I was just about to say that. That's why she ain't making it.
I think
no, child.
Not Chanel, but
why is Azalea Banks going live at the same time as Nicki Minaj is on live right now? I just seen this shit pop up on my phone. I'm like, that don't look safe.
That don't look safe.
I'm not even going to pay attention to it. With Nicki on there with Drake right now, but
it don't look safe. I do believe that Sapphire is doing the most because last season she didn't do enough. So I feel like that's why she's over here showing out and making sure she has a voice and people hear her. And who knows, Jocelyn could have put that battery in her back to do so as well. Because did she say she produces her girls very well? So she knows exactly what she's doing. So okay. Now the ladies,
of the girls.
she is. So the ladies head out to their rehearsal. They go to the rehearsal, you know, they're all in there standing around. Somehow they get on the conversation of whether or not Boss Tech is even allowed to rehearse with them because she missed the other few. And half of the ladies said, yeah, half of the ladies said, no. What y'all think? I was okay with her not, because you ain't been there.
It didn't matter to me either way because I kind of felt like she probably can't dance anyway, old bow-legged looking ass bitch. But to me, it was just kind of like, y'all, I'm tired of y'all fighting. So can y'all just dance and shut the fuck up? Like, that was more so my vibe. That's why I kind of understood where Miss Natural was coming from. Like, y'all, we already been fighting and fussing this whole time. Let's just do this shit. Ultimately, if she not good enough, she gonna go anyway. And if you confident in what you got going on, what you worrying about what the next bitch doing for? One, none of y'all about to get that choreography no way. So y'all could have let her do it.
But I'm like, they strippers. Strippers don't do choreography. They just dance freestyle. So I was
that
like,
bitch Johnson don't do no motherfucking choreography. That bitch be in a room dancing by herself, and then she'll just put it all together and then act like it was choreography. Bitch, I need an 8 count. Where's the 8 count?
When she was dancing in front of Beyonce and was like, yeah, I made it up. He was like, you been working on all that?
Right.
Y'all, look at this picture. Look at this picture. You could tell who's a dancer just by looking at this photo.
Oh, yeah. Look at Miss Natural.
Sitting up straight. It's the posture for me.
Wow. Look at Sapphire. No.
Child Sapphire and look at Lex. I mean, not Big Lex, but the other Lexi. Lexi Blow in the back.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to
do it. You know what it is, though?
Jocelyn didn't teach them. Jocelyn should have. Jocelyn isn't a good choreographer. I think you can't show strippers and hookers and porn stars one time and say they're not trained dancers,
right?
So they won't get it the same. So I felt like I get you want them to get it, but teach them the moves first, and then say, "Hey, I'm gonna teach you this today. Do it for 3 days, and come back in 3 days and have it down pat."
But see, that's Jocelyn's fault because she don't know nothing about Debbie Allen. Okay, if you knew anything about Debbie Allen, you'd be in that bitch with a stick. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Should at least heard a boom cat cat.
Okay,
something.
Boom cat cat blow cat.
But it's like Jocelyn was out of breath.
Y'all know how they do.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it. I'm like, how you out of breath?
All right, we're gonna do the first 8 counts and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Pop on 9.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, they couldn't get it. I was like, it's fine.
It was terrible.
The routine she had would be it do look like it'll be good once they get it, but I'm like, don't be mad as if y'all can't do shit. I can get up. I'm like, you can't get other people unless they're gonna be dancers who learn choreography. Strippers don't do choreography.
Exactly. Yummy P snapped on everybody because she was tired of the BS, as Bondi said. Okay, because she learned that I'm hearing the echo. Sorry, y'all. She learned that Barbie left because of her. She was like, I don't know why you trying to say it's because of me, because I ain't do nothing to that BIT. That's on her. She know how to dance. I'm tired of this SHI. I came here to dance, okay? All this BS y'all talking, all this drama ain't with that SHI.
She was mad.
Okay? I'm trying to dance. I came here to dance, okay? And somebody said, actions speak for itself, baby. And she was like, and my actions have been showing, okay? I was like, okay, she done turned up real quick. She a whole thug.
That was Lexi Blow. I was like, I thought y'all was friends, baby. I was
They was
confused in
kind of
that
being
moment.
friendly the night before.
They
Well,
act
Big
like they
Lex
was gonna
called
fuck.
everybody out for being fake anyway, because some of them people voted for Boss Tech to stay, knowing they be talking about her. So I ain't surprised.
But I agree with boss. I agree with Big Lex. It's a like, why would you try to help the next? Like, it's a y'all can't be friendly all the time. I do feel like, okay, why would you want to help the next person? Because we all can't be in the cabaret. And if I want the money, I'm gonna say no. Don't let her be here because she skipped rehearsal to get her fucking hair done, and it wasn't even done. Like, had she came back late, her hair done, I would have maybe said, okay, she left for a reason. She came back looking amazing. You came back and just had the wig taken off.
With the tattoo pictures.
Yes, I'm like, girl.
Do it like it's my B-Day.
I'm
Do it
glad
like
you
it's my
brought up her
B-Day.
wig being taken off, because as we can see here, Aqua is running because her
Girl.
wig fell off. Okay, she must have
Well,
leaned too far
right.
back, like Miss Lexi Blow, and that wig blew right off.
Nah.
But I'm like, why she running when she had braids? It wasn't as if her hair, you know, I didn't see why she ran off and then did not come back to the end.
I
I'm
think
like,
she
what
looked
you
raggedy
doing?
anyway, so that wig wasn't really saving her that much.
True.
Do it like it's my B-Day. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't get it out of my head now that she's played it
play
so
all the
many
time.
times. You know they want it, and it ain't it.
The music is catchy now. I'll be like,
This
damn
is
it. I'll be
over my
like,
birthday in 2 weeks, bitch. I'm gonna be online working out to do it like it's my B-Day. No, it's gonna happen, y'all. Let me get this new car that I'm a stunt on for my birthday and watch how ignorant I be. Do it like it's my B-Day. Okay, I'm trying, child. I don't know what I want to get yet, but it's gonna be something stuntastic.
Come on, Stuntastic. We're here for it all day, all year.
won't you do it?
So,
Want it out?
Jocelyn decides to chastise Miss Thing, Miss Aqua, because she was wondering, like, girl, where did you go? She told her wig fell off. Jocelyn said, girl, I don't give what falls off. Okay, you better keep dancing because they ain't gonna be caring about your hair. They're gonna be caring about the performance. Now, I screenshotted this because I felt the way about Aqua squint in her eyes and the way she was glaring at Miss Jocelyn, like she wanted to whoop her ass. And I'm like, you know, you can't beat that woman. So you can cut that out. So later on, we learned that Aqua ended up trying to bust into the room where the producers were, and she started cussing and stuff. They wouldn't let her in. Jocelyn finds this out, forces her to apologize, and then goes to call her out in front of the whole group about how she wants to go home, and also brought up the actions of whatever she just did with the producers. And while she up there talking, Aqua is doing the most, in my opinion. I felt like she was kind of like hiding behind her mask, like, yeah, I do what y'all gonna do. Yeah, I don't really care, whatever. Some of the ladies are feeling away because they like, girl, we sat up here, we was defending you. I'm like, yeah, I knew it. She befriended y'all so she could have some people to fight for her because she ain't about that life.
Scary ass bitch.
It sounded like she was complaining.
Too easily on here for me. You don't even know the girls you was defending before y'all decided to defend them.
Okay.
Figure people out.
I feel like it wasn't even really them defending her as much as it was people being like Big Lex was doing too much. And Big Lex, I think in the double homicide comment was definitely doing too much. I think it was more so that. And then she was like, you can't even keep no babies in your pussy. And it was like, oh, wait a minute, bitch, we women. What is you saying this for in front of me like this?
You're right.
It was too much. Like somebody needed to say something, stop, hold, you know, damn, too much. Red light. No. So I personally, you know, understood in that moment. But I swear for God, bruh, Aqua has worked on my nerves ever since that date. Her energy has been so fucked up. And I know it's because she's going through something, but I want her to take her dumb ass home and figure out a better way of life. You don't need to be a dancer. You don't need to be a stripper, bitch. You need to go get you a little office job and work your way up, you know, suck somebody dick at the office for a promotion so you could eventually get a paycheck enough to have somewhere to stay. Because the last time you was trying to tell us your side story, you was talking about dick you had, but you was homeless. And that don't make sense to me.
Period.
I don't like Aqua. Just because anyway, I think she's from here too. But I feel like she went there knowing she shouldn't be there, and then she felt like I'm here, and I need you to feel bad for me because of what I've done in my life. And when she didn't get that, now she want to leave because I think she also like she's not gonna be able to keep up with what Johnson's gonna want, and she knew that, and she kind of used. Well, I got cussed out for going that production. I want to go home. But I'm looking like, bitch, why? Because it seemed like she was complaining, and the girls were like, why are you complaining about this and that? Because I can lose this, I can lose that. I'm like, let her go home. Let her leave. But I think it was her looking like I don't give a fuck. That pissed Johnson off. It was her coughing. You know she was choking. I get that, but
I know
again,
you
it
ain't
was
coughing
the
at me,
whole.
silly asshole. I know you ain't coughing at me, you $2 ass bitch.
Please say that again while I put this photo on. Please say it.
I know you ain't coughing at me, silly asshole. I know you ain't coughing me, you $2 ass bitch. Okay? All you hoes do is suck dick. You hoes don't know how to do nothing but suck dick. I know you ain't playing with me, you silly ass bitch. Cause I beat your motherfucking ass in here. I was about to 1-2 that motherfucking bitch.
I coughed. I choked on some water.
Oh, okay.
Choked on some water.
Oh, okay. You better. It better be water. It better be water.
I cannot.
I was like, how did that happen? Because she ran up so fast. I was like, what the fuck going? And so I was like, oh God. I said, yeah, please call security. And she gonna beat that girl ass. But I said, I saw Lex preparing herself to do what had to be done. Because I'm like, she looking, because she went from hair kind of down, chain on, hooker boots on, to hair tied up, chain off, and I'm barefoot. And she kept just looking like, you gonna keep talking? Okay, keep talking. And I'm like, Big Lex is Lil Johnson. They look like they can be family. Because they were standing around looking like, okay, what we gonna do? And she just pounced. And I was like, bitch. She pounced.
She did. I was here for it. I was like, get her, beat that. Okay, because let's think about it. Like, I feel like, yeah, true enough, Lex has said some foul things to Miss Aqua, but I felt like whenever there was a fight, Aqua always started with Big Lex, in my opinion. Like, she just always started with that girl. Like, don't come over here, don't get too close to me. Da-da-da-da-da. Then whenever down there in the stripper pole room, she was over there arguing with her again. It's like, girl, leave this woman alone.
I think she talked cash shit around security, and Big Lex realized security not really focused on her right now. And because they just sit around talking, I can probably get her. Big Lex sat and waited like a lioness, getting the food. I'm gonna wait my time and pounce when I'm ready. And I do feel like Aqua had a valid issue with Big Lex based on her comments, but I also feel like you could have also let it go, but you kept fucking with that girl. And Big Lex seemed like the first, like, okay, I'm gonna wait until I can get you. And I think also because she knew she was leaving, I won't have another chance to get you. I got to get you now. And she just let it all out.
She did. She got her. And we'll see the rest of it on next week's episode. So I'm looking forward to it. It's pretty good.
I can't wait.
We're going to take a pause. Okay? I need y'all to pause, because I need y'all to go ahead and do the one thing I need y'all to do, which is like this video right before we go into Married at First Sight. Can we please get you guys to go ahead and thumbs up? That's right, Niecy. Thumbs up the video. Hit that like as we transition. Okay?
Do it.
We got 500 and some people in the chat. If we can go ahead and get you guys to like the video. We appreciate you guys, because y'all been hanging out for just about the whole time, like 3 hours with y'all. I'm glad that we were able to like keep you guys fully entertained the entire time. Thank you guys. Okay.
Y'all come every week and see us. Y'all come every week and chill with us. We give y'all a good conversation. Okay. You know what I'm saying? This is an ensemble cast. Okay. Absolutely. We are a group. Okay. You get different things every week. Okay.
And it makes me happy to know you guys didn't just come for the Porsha tea. You know, a lot of people just watch what they want and then dip out. I appreciate you guys. We all appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let's go ahead and transition into Married at First Sight. And we're going to start off with our first couple, Brianna and Vincent. Let's talk about it. I knew they was going to say yes to each other.
I was worried.
How he did it. Say what?
I was worried because when he walked, you know, they came in like one at a time. And when she was sitting there, he walked in. I felt like she kind of looked like, ugh. So I wondered, like, dang, is she mad because the night before he did the whole thing, like, you know, nice doing you think? So I wondered, like, okay, today, like, I was for good 30 seconds. I was like, ooh, is it gonna be the shock to where they don't stay together? But then I was like, okay, they're good. I'm happy now. But I was worried.
Yeah, I was happy to see it.
I didn't think my dog just sneezed. I don't know if y'all can hear it. But I didn't think she was going to say no. But I feel like she waited till decision day to say how she truly, truly, truly felt which was how she wasn't going to compromise who she truly was for somebody else.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's actually being conversed amongst the two of them.
I thought that was interesting for her to say that, because she was saying that that's something she needs to work on, or she's continuing to work on or something. But then she turned around in that same sentence and said that she's not changing for anybody. But then she also said that she's appreciating who she's becoming for him. So I was like, okay, that's very interesting. They're gonna continue to have a lot to work on, but I still feel like their relationship is better than the others that are out there.
I just didn't like the fact that they didn't comment on what he needed to work on, at least not as far as I heard. It was all about her and her rudeness, which I felt like was Cap. Because, like, she isn't rude to you. The times that you have been upset, it hasn't been a rude moment. You've been acting like a big boy as I'm concerned. And, okay, she might be bossy, but you also lack direction and organization, which is why you always tired, why you haven't reached the level that you really want to get. And you said that you wanted a woman that was going to help you obtain those goals. And then you get one that is type A and has attained her goals that can help you attain yours, but you want to complain about how she does it. And I want Brianna to always be conscious of the fact that women are always expected to change ourselves into, you know, what men deem as what a woman is supposed to up as. And to me, it's problematic that you don't want your wife to be direct with you. But then again, I also have that problem because he think, you know, my husband say I'm too direct too. And I also like, yeah, but when I'm nice, you still don't listen. So, you know, I feel like sometimes y'all just don't want to hear it, and you try to blame the way it's said for why you feel away. But the truth of the matter is you just don't want somebody, your woman, telling you what to do, telling you how to do something, even if she's correct and you're wrong. And that's that old men egotistical shit. So Vincent still comes off as that we need to like worry about on the slick to me, because even though they talked all that sweet shit, you know, he's gonna show up the way he does, which is trolling and feeling like she's the problem and not.
I think they both need to work on shit. I think Vincent needs to work on his attitude, but I also feel like Brianna will have to work on her directives if she wants her marriage to work. I think it's the difference between saying, do not be who you are, versus when you with me, can you try not to be so how you are with other people. I think as a Black woman in her field, she probably has to be bold and assertive and tough, because if not, they'll run over her. I feel like the difference would be when she's at home, maybe cut that off sometime. Not feel like she has to be the boss at home, how she is at work, but he needs to focus on his attitude not being the same as it always has, because her directness is who she is, the same way as his attitude is how he is. Y'all both have to work on that. So I think
that's problematic for me.
What?
That, you know, we can see her directness as the same thing as him being insecure.
No.
Like,
I'm not saying the same. No, not the same. But they both have an issue.
Both need to like fix that. And I honestly feel like it's kind of low key not the same, because I still felt her directness never showed up as rude to me. Like the moments that I could think of specifically, when she was wiping up the shit off the floor, she was like, oh, how Vinny of you. You've already talked about and admitted that you're clumsy and you don't always clean up after yourself. And she's like, oh, that's Vinny of you to spill something on yourself. And then you bitch out about it. Like him not knowing.
Well, yeah,
you know,
that's why he had to fix himself. At the same time, so does she, because she can't make it seem as if as sensitive as you are and your attitude, you need to fix that. At the same time, her family has said she's bossy and assertive. That may not work in her marriage. So it's like, do you not want to at some point tone it down to where you realize at home, I don't have to be so assertive and so bossy to him all the time, how I show up in the world? Because if not, would you rather just not be married? If he's saying, because I think it's their issues it doesn't mean the issues are equal. It's just two separate issues. It doesn't mean they're the same. It's just two separate things. So he has to work on his attitude. He has to work on his anger.
Somebody
but she has to also realize
that her waking him up, you know, is her being bossy. I agree with that. But I also didn't feel like it was disrespect or rudeness. I just felt like she was trying to say, you know, but I get what you're saying. She definitely needs to learn how to be in a relationship. Everybody needs to learn how to be in a relationship when they've been single for a long time. I just kind of feel like the roles that women and men play in relationships can sometimes be unhealthy on the woman's end. And I would like to see us get out of that, especially when we wait until we've established careers and lives for ourselves. Why will we then get in relationships with people so we can shrink ourselves to make them feel bigger because they can't rise to the occasion? Because that's what he feels like to me.
That's the thing. I don't want her to shrink herself. I want her to realize that she does not, because we as women sometimes in the workforce, we have to be strong. We have to be that way. And I feel like she may not know, because she's been single, how to come home and cut that off, because she's used to going home to herself. She can be home by her, be bossy. Yeah. She don't know now at home with him, he's a whole other person. And so that's why I say people don't get, when you get with someone, sometimes you have to edit yourself and not change yourself. Edit meaning realize when you're doing something that affects that other person, you may not feel as if it should matter to you, but it matters to them. If your husband say, you know what, baby, when you come home as the boss, it makes me feel some kind of way. How would you not want to edit that? Not change it, but edit it so that when you come home, you're just a bit softer with your husband. But Vinny has to work on his attitude and his temper, period. But I also feel like she can't say, I'm going to keep being bossy at home. Okay, we'll lose your husband.
I have to agree.
It doesn't make him right, you know.
And the reason why I have to agree is because I feel like throughout the season, Brianna, she looks at that bossy word as like, oh, you can tell her family thinks that it's something that's cute. And it's like, you're not a kid anymore. You're an adult. Why do you think that it's so cute to just claim bossiness a part of your personality? You like to press to see how far she can go, and then she'll still smile it off like, oh, it's cute. Vincent is definitely sensitive AF. While the things that she's doing isn't like enough to cause his reaction, I still feel like she intentionally likes to see how bossy she can get, because in the past you could tell it's something that she's been praised for.
Okay.
Well, they're together now. They're happy.
Right. Let's go ahead and move over to America's favorite couple, one of Jacob and Haley. I feel like I'm glad. I really wish they didn't even have a decision. A decision day. I really wish they had submitted and just told everybody, we're not coming back because it's over. What was some of the stuff that Haley said? She mentioned that for me, I appreciate that she kind of recognized some things in herself, talking about how she knows that she has communication issues and that she doesn't let people all the way in. And she was right, because when she was in their relationship, every little thing that he tried to do, every step that he tried to make, she would pull back and not allow that to happen. Jacob was asked the question about if she said she wanted to work on everything, what would be your answer? And he was like, I mean, I feel like in these 8 weeks, we tried that. It didn't work. It is what it is. I was like, yes. And why is you even asking this man this question when you know he gonna say no anyway? And of course, she agreed and felt as though they should go separate ways. But when they asked her, like, how are you feeling? And she was like, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling awesome. I was like, yeah, she's feeling that way because she knows she's gonna send his ass home. Pretty much. She's gonna say no. She's gonna go on her.
I didn't like how they asked him. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I was dying laughing at his Mr. Magoo glasses that he had on during the scene. The shit was hilarious to me. But I just wanted to say that I feel like Haley is a Karen. Like, she's a Karen. She'll probably end up alone because nobody wants to deal with that unless she finds some guy that likes her enough to want to wife her. Because, you know, for white women, that definitely happens. They'll get wifed and impregnated and put into a nice little situation without much effort. If she would have been accepting of who he is as a person, like as far as him being geeky, I think that he would have taken great care of her. But she is, I don't know what to call it besides, like, you know, aggy and a bitch on a slick because I just think she just made a mountain out of molehill. He did not dress that bad, you know, and y'all did have different conversations because y'all knew more about each other than any of the other couples knew about each other. So y'all definitely talked about things besides just him wondering if you were attracted to him. Another thing, why did she say she was attracted to him when she talked to the experts, but then this whole time you couldn't just get that man a straight yes when that's all he wanted from you?
Yes, she was intentional and started off the conversation that way. That's when I was like, girl, you were so full of shit. Because Pastor Cal said, tell me the story. She said, I thought he wasn't my type, but I thought he was attractive. Like, if you would have said that from the beginning, y'all wouldn't have had so many of these same conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Haley refused to accept Jacob who he was. And she then was then nitpick at who he was as if it was an issue. But I'm like, you married a stranger, so how could you not want to embrace who they are? How do you have issues with somebody who you don't know? So for me, I feel like she was bored, came on the show, maybe it worked, maybe it won't. If I don't like him from the beginning, I'm going to be a nitpicking as Karen. Because again, he never really did anything wrong. Even as quirkiness, you just met him. How can you just be so offended or just not like someone when you have, like, at the end of the 8 weeks, okay, say I don't like you because I spent 8 weeks with you, I don't like this. You didn't like him from like the beginning and you never tried to even accept who he was. You kept trying to change him to somebody that you could like. That was her issue. And I like that Jacob did not allow her to change him because he hadn't done anything wrong for him to have to change. Right. That's the weird part.
I felt like a lot of the stuff that she was spewing out about him over the time, you know, not liking his clothes, not liking certain things about him. I felt like that was really just her own insecurities within herself. Yeah. And now she can go off and she can be single for another 7 years and do her thing and not bring nothing to the next relationship.
I
wouldn't be surprised if at the reunion he would date somebody, but she was still single. I feel like if people watched this show and they saw him, women gonna like him because again, you know, it just makes sense. I do think people watching to see her and not like her. So
yeah, the reunion is gonna be good.
You gonna lie and say she dating somebody she met at the damn bar?
I'm gonna say who? Let me see him.
I hope Kevin shows up like he did in the previous seasons. He usually drills on a question.
Oh, Kevin Frazier, he's a great host because he asks questions that fans would want to know. I like Kevin Frazier.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on to Eric and Virginia next.
Girl, she was a deer caught in headlights the whole fucking time. I was like, girl, you know you don't want that man. Run, girl, run.
She should have ran. He talking about he still want to be her number one, but right now he can't be because her focus is still on her friend group. So, I mean, I don't know. I hate that. First of all, I really hated how long and drawn out his talks were with her. Yeah. When I'm just like, nigga, producers are already going to make it long. We don't need you to drag it out even more, only for you to get down on your knees and propose to this lady. I was just so over it. And of course, she said, yeah, she's up there crying and all this other stuff. Like,
girl, tears of fear.
Well, she going to get married. She knows she's going to get murdered. Eric is like, look, for the last time, okay?
Did they even talk about what was wrong? I don't recall them really talking about some of the issues within the relationship.
She didn't say much. She didn't say much. He talked a whole bunch, and I did not like how they allow him to not allow him, but I don't like how I think looking at her as he was talking, she looked like I want to say no. I just want to say no. I just want to say no. How can I possibly say no? So he then asked her to marry him. I felt like he did it on purpose because he knew she wouldn't say no. He knew that she would not say no to the proposal. He made it to where she had to say yes. And I feel like she was like, damn, I can't not be with him. But I'm like, okay, well, you want to be a murder victim because he's a killer. I'm like,
lifetime.
I'm scared for her.
And maybe that's why she said, of course, instead of yes. Of course, yes. It's like, right. Of course I
And then she was like, yay. She said, yay. I was like, not yay with the Y on the end. It did not sound enthusiastic at all to me.
We didn't hear from her. We didn't hear her complain about him or even the fact that she did not get a chance to say that she wants to statement. She did not get to express herself because he took up the time and then kind of proposed. And I was like, that was bullshit. He should have said, I want to stay married and left it at that. Had
Why
she
am I
then
crazy?
said, I do too, he could have then proposed. But I'm like, give her the chance to say she wants to stay married and then propose again. That made me mad.
For some reason, I don't think Virginia is going to leave this relationship. I don't think she will. I think we're going to get to a reunion.
You want to make it out?
A few times where they gotten close to breaking up, but I don't think she's going to leave.
It's so sad. She has
somebody said it looked like they're not together in the reunion by the time we get to the reunion show. I hope not, but
I wouldn't mind it. I would hope it would happen. We're trying to save a life here, okay? We're trying to save a young drunk woman's life.
You killed me, Jay Lee, talking about, so you want to die. That's what
I was saying lifetime.
That's what it was. She has to want to die because I'm like, she looked like I can finally escape. I will be out the basement. I can leave. Damn, he proposed. I was like, okay, you want to die. I would have said no. If I wanted to leave him, if I was her and I wanted to leave, I would have still said no. It's security here. The doctors are here. You can get out alive. He won't kill you here in front of the witnesses. That was your only time to escape, and you chose to stay with the killer. But that's her.
Of course.
Hold up, Virginia.
Let's go to the next, not the last couple, but the next couple being Ryan and Claire. I really wanted him to tell her no.
Tight booty, Ryan.
I really, really wanted him to tell her no. Talking about he learned a lot about himself in this relationship.
I thought he was.
Say what? Oh, you thought he was?
I
was hoping
no.
he did.
It's a leprechaun.
Yeah,
he did.
He's a whole little killer elf. I felt like when he
that nigga crack, snapple, and pop out this bitch. Magically delicious.
Like
I'm gonna leave.
He got the mystery mustache.
Yes, I was like, what is going on here? But how they both keep saying how great the marriage is, how they couldn't have, had a better person thing, whatever. I'm like, who are y'all? Like, we didn't see any of that. I felt like y'all lying to me because that's not what I saw. And even though she brought up how, well, if I have, 50 plus years, happy with him, I'm okay with waiting longer to have sex. I'm like, he's really blindfolded you and hoodwinked and bamboozled. You feel like what he did was fine when he just denied you of what you wanted. And because if you was gonna stay with her, why wait?
Right.
I was going like that. But I mean, I'm surprised. He said yes. I thought for sure after she confessed how much she cared for him that he was gonna then say no. And when he then said yes to, I was like, and then they kiss. I'm like, and they kiss too? I say, girl, oh, okay. It's just, I don't know. I want to see how they are come reunion. Like, if they haven't had sex by the reunion, at that point in time, okay, she just don't want dick, and he do, and they both can't get dick, so they're going to just be sexless together.
And they had their announcement for the preview for the reunion. I'm like, what y'all does?
I hope she's pregnant.
Nah.
I really hope she may say, I saw his dick.
Get pregnant, Jaylee.
That's true. You can't get pregnant in the booty, as somebody would say, that Alex would say. But I just don't like them as a couple. I don't. Something about them things fake. Like they lying for the cameras.
Especially
neither one of them wants to. Yeah, because I think he don't want to be embarrassed. She don't want to embarrass him. And I also think she feel like if she gives him what he wants, he will love her. He will love me then. I may get some dick later or whatever. So let me play his game. So I love you. Let's stay together. And I was like, well, I mean, keep it up his wife up in the tree baking cookies. It's fine.
Magically delicious.
Delicious.
I don't really have nothing else for Ryan and I mean,
delusional.
They got done either. They done with themselves.
Okay, and she's still just gonna sit there and continue to sexually please him and not get much in return at all.
Because he doesn't like vagina. He doesn't like vagina.
Swallow.
By far the best relationship I've been in. Both of y'all sounding dry as hell. This is the best relationship you've been in. Tragic.
That's toxic.
And we know she lying. We've caught her lying enough on TV, talking about everything's 100% and it's a 10 out of 10. So we know that's a lie. But we'll go ahead and move on to more lies and more fake tears. Let's get into Chris and Miss Paige. Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I feel like whenever you flipped it in, I felt like I was about to transform and just go.
Don't transform, honey. He transformed with those fake ass tears that he came out with.
They were there for 6 hours. For their
that's a long time for
6 hours.
I'm like, have so much patience. I probably would have. They have so much patience.
I would have left.
Yes.
Y'all talk. I'll be back tomorrow.
I feel like Paige enjoyed all of that. Even
Yeah,
though it seemed like to everybody else, oh, it took this long. You know, we were there for 6 hours. It was really tough. Okay. She talking about she appreciate his vulnerability and everything. And I just feel like, is he really being vulnerable? I feel like he's just using that as another way to manipulate you because obviously you're very fond of
God brought us together. God put us here together.
I said, girl, if you bring up the Lord
my Lord and Savior.
She couldn't keep her damn teeth in her mouth. She was so happy.
She was.
That jacket on her lap.
Oh, I got his jacket.
Yeah, I saw that.
The jacket on her lap pissed me off. The theatrics.
And then he waited until they got inside to give her the jacket. So you gonna wait until y'all are no longer cold to give her the jacket? Get the fuck out of here.
Are you cold? But are you cold? I'm like, yes, she's cold. She's naked.
You can tell she cold. Just take the jacket off and give it to her. Old fuck ass nigga. I'm tired. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm tired. Because he knew what he was doing. I can't stand people like this. They know that you are about to like officially let go emotionally. So they try to like get you not to fully let go because they still want to be able to play with you. And that's what he did to her. And he was trying to save face with everybody else. But the truth of the matter is we already seen you for your works.
Yeah.
So we've seen it. We done.
And I think people say how y'all caught up Paige dumb. You don't know how it is to be with somebody who's a narcissist. I'm like, Paige didn't know that man long enough for me to feel bad about him, how he treated her. He didn't have her under no spell. He didn't have her, tricked or hoodwinked or whatever. You met him, and from the get-go, he was a horrible person. He didn't have time to hoodwink you. It's different if you've been dating a man for a year. For a whole year, he has been mentally tricking you into, his bullshit. Right. Y'all, he left after the honeymoon. That was 7 days. If you were able to get hoodwinked, bamboozled, and hypnotized in 7 days, you're stupid.
Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't be willing to be this stupid for somebody for any less than a year. Like, I'm just saying, the times in my life that I can remember being like Paige stupid for somebody, where I like just kept going back to a situation where I know it wasn't what it should have, what it should have been. It was disrespectful. It was fucked up. I had been with that person for a year in both of those situations. I had been with them prior, and shit was okay at some point, and everybody was loving and giving at some point.
And it grows to the bullshit. Yeah.
But you don't start off with bullshit and then be like, I don't want to let go. Like, bitch, ain't no good times. Ain't no good times.
Only for him to come out and tell her that the girl actually miscarried. It was the miscarriage and then the fake tears.
They called the baby an obstacle, bitch. I almost passed out when they was like, the obstacle has been removed. I said, oh no.
Paige thought it was literally a blessing that there was a miscarriage and that this meant that it was a second opportunity.
She's gonna go to hell.
She's sick. To be together.
Like, the Lord don't see it for you, Paige. The Lord ain't never said, yeah, that's the way I want you to be. Be thankful for a baby not making it to earth, just so you can have some old sad, big head ass boy.
The baby was the reason that we weren't, good or whatever. And now that's how you was the reason.
Because he wasn't attracted to you first.
She low-key lit a little whenever he said that there was a miscarriage. She went like, as she was happy. Miscarriage, she was like, there's hope.
She was happy, and I was like, "How are you happy about a miscarriage?"
They
was
definitely like y'all fucking.
I think they probably still fucking. The fact they want it was. I just don't get paid. Like, I came in here and I was like, I was gonna leave, and because he told you, you were the best thing I never had, and you know all this bullshit. The top of the crazy story. You then smiling, and you happy. You then follow him outside to the goddamn cold. Come back in. Now you crying. You want to leave, and when he got up, This was Chris' plans. When she was crying and said, I can't do no more, and she went to Little Holly, whatever, he followed her hoping if I can get her out of here. If I can get her out of here and somewhere by myself and fuck her, I would have her mind. Because the first thing he said was, "You want to leave? You want to leave? You want to leave?" I'm like, "Why she gotta leave?" And I'm happy she then said, "You know what?" To the producer, "Can I talk to you?" Because she knew he trying to get me alone. Because when we alone, we fuck.
Yep.
I can't leave with him, and he tried his best to do it. And when she at the end, when she did, I can't stay married or whatever. He was shocked because again, had I just got her out of here with me, we could have been together. Because she would have been with him.
Yeah.
And she was testing him when she ran off. She was like, okay, he ran off. Now I'm going to run off to see if he can follow me too. And then both of them was being a little bit narcissistic. She just like playing the damn victim.
She wanted to be the wife. She followed him because like I'm his wife. I want him to see how I support him. Because she followed him to be supportive. As she said, as his wife, I feel like him saying he meant that. I was like, bitch, you're not his wife. You were a bride. Y'all were y'all were bride and groom for a day, fucked for a week, and then that was it. It was a long one night stand. You were never his wife ever.
And Jay Lee, I feel like your nigga about to come over or something to where you sitting up to tonight with this robe. Like she went like this, and I was like, "Oh, bitch, who you waiting on after this?" Listen,
he told me we had those conversations. Yeah.
Listen, more interesting than what them hoes got going on. Stupid ass page, dumbass Chris.
I'm
happy she said she wants divorce. I'm happy she said it, even though I don't believe her.
I don't believe it because by the time we get to the end of the episode where everybody link up the way she was so happy to showcase him as changed Chris, even though he did look nice in that black turtleneck with that black jacket with the chain that was linked right here. I did like that for some reason. But he ugly. But I thought the suit situation was not. If a more handsome man was in that, I'd probably lick the suit off him. So yeah, but she looked like her hair was gone when they were walking away together, just smiling down like she's about to go get fucked. Right, girl.
Because I mean, they still married. At that point, they were still married. I ain't gonna go fuck my husband. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm not.
They need to be together. I'm gonna be mad if they're not. Get them.
Let me tell you something. If we get to the reunion and Paige is not pregnant, I'm gonna be so upset. I want a reunion baby.
And
I think somebody should be pregnant. And you want her to be, but do you know they said one of them couples is joining couples camp. So one of the 5 couples is like going to continue on their journey into couples camp. And I think it's gonna be between or Clara and Ryan.
Jump off between them two. Nobody wants to see. Nobody wants to see that bullshit.
I do wonder which one is gonna be Clara and Ryan, because this may sound crazy. I don't want to see Brianna and Vincent because I don't want the show to like tear apart their marriage. But I want Ryan and Clara to be on there because I want the show to expose their marriage.
Okay, good point.
That's good.
That is a very good point.
They should add both of them because couples cam usually shows all the couples who stay together because it's not that many. It's not like it's not that many or whatever. But I do think
it's all except one. All except for one that we know of.
Who? That's not on couples cam?
Yeah, Jacob and Haley is the only ones that's not really together. I'm wondering.
Oh yeah. What if it's Chris and Paige? What if it's Chris and Paige?
I don't know. Somebody said Unmatchables is good. I didn't watch the last 2 episodes, but I've been watching Unmatchables and the shit is hilarious.
I didn't watch it. I was like, I was over the Married at First Sight. I'm like, I can't do that too. But I want to watch the next season of Married at First Sight. It's not Unmatchables.
It is hilarious. The last one I saw was the black lady and the black man, and the black lady was like a bitch and terrible, but he acted a fool at the date. It was just, he went in on her at the date, and then she was like, okay, but she was like being an asshole to him the whole time. Yeah, it was terrible, but it was funny.
July 21st for the next Married at First Sight in Houston, y'all. I can't wait.
God damn.
That's already?
Okay. July 21st.
That's basically like 1 month off.
Right.
Yeah. Like close to 2, right? What?
Because we about to be in May 21st in a minute, so
It's like gonna be a two-part reunion. So that's the 21st and 28th. So they have less than a month between the seasons.
I'm excited. I hope they get
pumping them out.
Black people because they're gonna be in Houston. It's more Black people in Houston.
Good.
I hope so.
They're gonna find the couple of white people that live there for sure.
Because they have to have some kind of white people.
They're gonna make good old country Texas people too.
Okay, racism. Can't wait for that.
Well, guys, that's all that we have for you guys today. Okay, make sure that you guys go and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Okay, everything is here for you guys to see. Okay, make sure you guys follow us, and also make sure that you guys like the video on your way out. We definitely appreciate you guys for joining us, and we're gonna catch you guys next week on Nisi's channel. Okay, so we'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye-bye.
Bye.